Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, that sounds like it works to me. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes, just making sure everything's working.
Yeah, I can definitely hear myself. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Should be able to hear the game music now.
Yeah.
Yep, there is music.
Fantastic. Okay then. Alright, here we go. Welcome everyone to hopefully the finale of Let's Play Pokemon White with PokeCharms.com. I am Teapot, and with me today is Dr. Oak and Stellar and Delicidian.
Hello.
Yep.
We haven't been here for a while, or at least I haven't. So it's going to be...
Feels like about 10 months now.
yeah, well it has been... I think we started this in June-ish. So, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's been going a while. And we've been away, or at least my particular stream has been away for almost a month.
To be fair, most of our streams have been away for almost a month.
That's true.
Yeah, it's been since Worlds.
That's true. Yeah, we sort of skipped a week for Worlds and then forgot to stop.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of like working out a battle plan for going forward.
We are, yes. So that's going to kind of coalesce a little bit more in the next couple of weeks. But I figure there's no point us not finishing off this one. So,
Yeah, definitely.
So I just want to check what sort of state my team is in, because I haven't touched this since we streamed last. I probably should have got off and done some off-screen grinding or something, but...
Completely forgotten if we've even actually made it to the... Oh!
Hmm?
That's your team.
Yeah, it's not going to be high enough, is it? It's alright.
Yeah, in technical terms, we're effed.
Yeah, in technical terms, no. I'm having a look at it now. Let's see. So, yeah, it looks like... Ooh, yeah, okay. So, basically, 2 of our Pokemon are more or less ready. The others really, really aren't. So, that's... not ideal.
That's definitely not ideal, especially considering this is white, after all. And we all know what happens in white. Well,
Yep.
we know. Not sure if the rest of the... I mean, they probably know too, but you know what I mean.
Yep. Well, I think it's time to do some grinding then.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's okay. So... while I'm doing this, and I'll probably be doing this for about 20-30 minutes at least, what's been happening then in the world? So I've got...
It's been very uneventful this weekend, hasn't it?
Yeah, nothing's happened really. Nothing's happened. So
Absolutely nothing happened in something or other, yes.
this is one of those things where we normally kind of bemoan that actually we do this every week and we haven't really got that much to talk about because the Pokemon news cycle is relatively slow for a weekly show. So what's happened is we've now been away for, you know, about a month, and everything has dropped at once since then.
Mm-hmm.
So primarily we have 2 main things to talk about today, which I think will probably keep us going for a while. Yep. One of which is Niantic dragging these nuts all over our phones.
Pretty much, yes.
The other is, some of the PokeCharm staff were at EGX the other day, and we handled Nintendo's balls.
Yeah.
Or less crudely, we actually went hands-on with Pokemon Let's Go. So we played kind of a subset of the E3 demo. But at least we played it. We got to have a play with the Pokeball Plus toy and nothing else. They didn't have Joy-Cons. And basically we got to muck around in Viridian Forest and that was it. So
We also got to play Q Simulator 2018
We've
for
really-
a whole 2 hours.
we really did. So, yeah, that was kind of almost, spoiler alert, almost the most interesting thing about the whole experience, to be honest with you. Was
I
like,
wouldn't call it interesting.
well, no, but
I got
like,
to watch a lot of Fortnite.
that's true. I now know how Fortnite works, which I don't think has meaningfully improved my life.
I don't know if I still actually know how Fortnite works. I don't think they won any of their matches that they were playing on the stage.
I don't think so, but then it is extremely hard. But, yeah, so basically the...
Dark magic, that's how it works.
Yes, so the queues to play the games were so long that we ended up, like on the first day, which is always the quietest because it was a Thursday, we ended up waiting, I think it was 2.5 hours in the end, standing in line.
Griffins.
Yeah, it was fairly ridiculous.
That
You
is a
might have
long
seen-
time for a Pokemon Go simulator in Kanto.
Yeah, but I mean, as we pithily pointed out on Twitter, it does prove one thing, which is that the internet's insistence that no one cares about Let's Go is wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the queue was still healthily low when we were leaving at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, which was encouraging to see because it means we didn't wait in vain.
It did kind of mean that we just completely sacked off Smash Brothers by the time that we were done.
We did. Yeah, we were planning to play both, but it's kind of a case of once we were staying in line for 2 hours and we were looking to stay for longer, it was very much a case of do we really want to be bothered? And the answer was no.
Which is fair, because it's basically Smash 4 with Ridley. That's what the demo was.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it would have been interesting to see the changes, but honestly, like, I can wait till December. It would have been a fun experience, but it wouldn't have been particularly enlightening, I think.
Honestly, the Let's Go demo is obviously... There wasn't a whole lot that was new in it, so it wasn't that enlightening either, beyond being able to get hands-on with the Pokeball.
Yeah, that's the main thing that was interesting to me, was at least being able to play with the hardware, being able to actually play the game and see how it felt to play. And, you know, this is going to be really hard to comprehend, but it felt like Pokemon. Like, this is the honest truth, is once I'd caught a couple of Pokemon and I'd done a couple of battles, that was basically the extent of the demo. And not because necessarily the demo was particularly limited, but although it was, but it didn't take long to kind of work out that apart from the new catching mechanic, it's Pokemon. Like, there's not really anything fascinating to say about it that we don't already know, because it is Pokemon.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think...
the battle system is the battle system.
Yeah.
In time.
Minus abilities and held items and other assorted things that
Yeah.
have made the series more interesting in the past few years, but this is a generation one to go back. And
Yeah,
to be
I
fair,
don't really know if I agree with taking those out, to be honest. I don't really...
Actually,
see the logic.
I
hold on.
don't.
I think that what they've basically done is that they've removed those because they're not in Go. And basically, I think we've already talked about this like a million times, but Let's Go appears to be a gateway drug. That is sort of a weird transitional fossil between the horrendously sterilized Go and the slightly stuck up its own posterior main series. So basically, people will be coming. Most of the people who will be playing Go will be coming in from the tap the screen a million times until you manage to kind of knock something out sort of gameplay, versus, well, yeah, what we know as the main gameplay. So it's like, let's introduce them to the actual game bit by bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whilst it is kind of half of one and 6 of the other, I murdered that saying, but you get the
Yes, you did.
But on the one hand, whilst I don't really get the point of dropping something like held items from the game,
Yeah.
it is kind of, you know, we've said multiple times on this stream specifically, take those sacred horses and just old yellow them out the back, just finish them off, just take them out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, they've done that a little bit by taking the battle system and going, maybe we'll just get rid of that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of in very conservative Japanese fashion. They're being very, very, they're really pushing the boat out by their own standards. But actually, I think it's probably, in some ways, it's probably as good as we're going to get, which is fine.
Like everything, it's kind of like reading tea leaves at this point to see what it actually means for the next game.
Yeah, it probably less.
Absolutely nothing. That's what it
Something
means.
radical.
Because, yeah, they've already mentioned like a million times that Pokemon Go is not main series game, it's a spin-off. So basically everything that Let's Go does, assuming it has any bearing on the actual main series, is absolutely silly. But
True Horse is gonna die.
Yeah, I've changed it out. I just realised that secondary ground typing quite quickly and noped the hell out of her. I'm still good. I'm still great at this game.
I've forgotten how weirdly brilliant Seismitoad was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about a lot actually recently with the whole, the Let's Go thing and the whole taking a year out to muck about basically, and produce a as you say gateway drug I suppose for the Let's Go players, for the casual players. And I was kind of thinking about like the battle system and kind of everything around it, and it has changed an awful lot since Gen 1. Like,
oh yeah,
I
definitely.
think, yeah.
For one, they fixed it.
Well, yeah, not being horribly broken is a benefit, sure. But I honestly think, like, it is quite complicated. And I think from our points of view, we've all been playing the games as long as they've been around. So we've kind of rolled with the changes as they've come. And so they've come gradually enough where we've almost not noticed them.
To be honest, I get that kind of argument where it's like, oh, abilities are complicated. People that don't know won't know what to do with them.
Oh, I don't even think that, to be honest. Actually,
No, not really.
The kind of argument always falls down with the fact that in game, whilst you're actually playing the Pokemon games,
yeah,
you ignore all of it.
That's true.
All of it, start to finish.
I
it
think
has an effect to a degree.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't care. You just pick the thing that is the type that you are super effective against, and you hit it with that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I think even in terms of the type effectiveness stuff, actually Sun and Moon did an awful lot to help with that by adding
definitely.
by adding the details screen. But that's the kind of thing where this is where I was going with this. It's not so much that these things exist and that the game has this depth and or complexity, and that's actually in some ways it's a good thing. The depth is certainly a good thing. Pokemon has always been extremely bad at explaining itself. Like, it has either not bothered explaining things at all whatsoever, and you have to go and Google it to find out. See also,
Or it handholds you through over 9,000 annoying tutorials.
or you have to get some guy's coffee so he can teach you how to catch a Pokemon for the 68,000th time, even though that's one of the simplest mechanics in the game. Yeah, and it's almost like I think they are taking this stuff out, and I'm quite happy. As Dr. Oak quite rightly said, I'm quite happy for the gift horses to be looked firmly in the mouth and then sent out back. Because I think that's the only way they can move forward. Like, the only way they can make any progression with Pokemon at this point is to look at what they've got and think, do we need it? But actually, the kind of almost the bigger problem in terms of accessibility is taking the systems that they have and presenting them in a way that's actually accessible to players. They need to do a much better job with the whole education side of things. But actually, I think Let's Go make a good stab at that from what we've seen of them. Like, it's still...
Yeah, the game even gets the first gym by saying you must have a type that's super effective against Brock before you can fight it.
Yeah, which I think...
It is handholdy as F, but since the game is directed at casuals, then yeah. Actually, yeah, this is another thing we've kind of gone on about like a lot of times. I do think that it's a good idea that they're trying to keep the sort of instructional mechanics, whatever, in Let's Go. Because if they're actually going to do what they said they did and do all the okay, let's make this shit accessible for the noobs, and keep it on Let's Go while making the main series for people who actually know what they're doing, that would be nice. Maybe I would stop the series from being grief. Maybe it would stop the series from being so crippled by its own hand-holdiness.
I get what you're saying, to be honest, and I actually don't disagree with you at all. What I think, though, is that I don't think it's likely that they're going to suddenly throw out all the guardrails in 2019. I think, to be honest, 2019 is going to look very much like a Pokemon game we know and love, for good and for ill, especially.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is Game Freak we are talking about. It's not like they, well, they're Game Freak. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Yeah.
But at least we're getting some interesting world expansion, I hope.
Well, hopefully. If, you know, like I say, I think, if anything, they kind of need to make... They kind of just need to come into the 21st century a little bit, to be honest. Like, there are very few game franchises out there these days, and there's a few notable exceptions I can think of, Monster Hunter, that don't take the time to explain themselves to new players in a way that's not completely ridiculous for people who know what they're doing. You know,
I think it's possibly fair to say that Monster Hunter has solved that problem now as well.
That's true. Actually, that is very true. Monster Hunter World did an awful lot to improve the formula for people who aren't necessarily die-hard Monster Hunter fans. And I think some of the stuff they did, Pokemon could probably steal from as well.
Oh, yeah. A hell of a lot, actually. One of the things I've been kind of going on about ever since they showed the on-screen Pokemon that were like badly ripped off from Go in Let's Go is the fact that, well, I don't necessarily want them to do the same in 2019. Getting rid of random encounters would be a good idea, but what I would really want them to do is actually do a Monster Hunter World and or Final Fantasy XII-esque sort of encounter system where the Pokemon are running around on the overworld, sort of doing their own thing, interacting with each other, and obviously with random things on the screen. Like, you know, you could have... I think that Sun and Moon actually did the beginnings of that. You know, there's this one route where if you walk by a tree while it's rustling, there is a chance that a bird will leap at you from nowhere.
Yeah, they did that in X and Y as well.
Yeah, I think that this is something that they should probably, you know, kind of improve, but still give you the ability to, like, you know, duck or something.
I mean, what I've wanted for a while is to basically take the Exeggutor Island from Ultra Sun and Moon, and make the entire game like that.
Yeah.
The Exeggutor Island in Ultra Sun and Moon was not as good as the Exeggutor Island in Sun and Moon. I'm sorry, but
no, it's much more interactive. Plus, you actually get the actual Exeggutor walking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, really, it needs to be like
they should. I think they should have
in the actual world.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that they really screwed up the storyline there. That makes me kind of slightly pissed off. But I do like the fact that
Sun and Moon doesn't matter anyway. It's all nonsense.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things about Let's Go, and I completely agree that I completely agree with you, and this is why. One of the things that worked best about the Let's Go demo was honestly the overworld Pokemon, and for multiple reasons actually. But if nothing else, just having the Pokemon in the overworld makes the whole thing feel so much more alive.
Well, I remember I was chasing a Butterfree,
Yeah.
which is the hardest Pokemon to catch in the demo. I managed to not catch it the first time, but another one respawned, or the same one respawned. I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics of that work, but after failing to catch it the first time, another one popped up immediately afterwards, so I was chasing it throughout the forest after it.
Yeah.
It's not just a case of seeing it and running to it because it's sat in the same spot. It will move about.
Yeah. They do, yeah. Yeah, they'll run about. I remember seeing. I was just wandering around mindlessly because I wasn't really going for anything, and I saw a cluster of Weedle just hanging out together, which was quite really cool. Like it's such a tiny thing, but that there was.
I think also the other part that was cool about that, with chasing the Butterfree, was I was there was this group of Oddish that was there in the middle as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care about Oddish, I want the Butterfree. So I just run around the Oddish.
Yep.
I don't get RNG'd into having to have a battle with an Oddish while I'm chasing after a Butterfree, which I want.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised that they actually move. I thought they would just kind of stand there like they do and go.
Nope, not at all.
No, they all
So
move
it
around.
is. So, So they
It-
have taken a few steps in the right direction. Interesting.
The overworld side of things, in terms of the Pokemon existing in the overworld, is damn near perfect. Honestly, like it is the absolute best thing they could have done.
The Butterfree definitely ran away from me.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a case of it moving, it was running away from me, so I couldn't catch it.
I do wonder if they're going to have like Pokemon that would sort of actually be more aggressive and try to attack you if you get near them, for example. Or,
I think so.
Possibly.
I see no reason why not. I mean,
And actually, here's another thing. If you're saying that you actually have to chase them around, maybe that's another reason they introduced ride Pokemon, to give you a bit of an edge against things that run faster than you can.
potentially, yeah.
I'm disappointed we didn't get to try that.
There is.
Yeah. That was the one.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I
the
am
Nintendo
actually
Nintendo's
really
drawn
surprised to
forward.
hear that, because it kind of kicks up the game's potential like by a lot.
Yeah, we did try to dig around a little bit more in the demo, and we were basically flatly told, nope, don't do that, you're not allowed. We are absolutely not allowed to let you in the menu, which was a shame. One of the things that's quite cool, actually, I think this is something...
What do they have to hide?
It's just not finalised yet, so the menus probably have bugs.
Ah.
Bear in mind
It's
this...
also, it probably just completely changed from then.
I mean, for real sake, you've been chasing Butterfree. Of course, it has bugs.
It's Gen 1, who cares?
Hi, Cole!
Oh, hi, Cole.
That was a good place to come in. One of the things
it really was.
one of the things that's quite cool about Let's Go, I think we knew this. I didn't, but we did. I think we knew this because I think Joe dug it up. When you encounter a shiny Pokemon in Let's Go, it's generated when the Pokemon is, so you can see it sparkling in the overworld.
And it shows its shiny form as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not 100% on that one. I've been told
That's what I was told.
I've been told otherwise, but I think you're right. I think it would be silly for them not to. But basically, it means if you see a shiny, you can go and get it straight away. You don't have to kind of encounter, hope it's shiny, back out, encounter, hope it's shiny, back out. Once it's on the overworld, it's either shiny or not, which is really nice.
Yep.
I am actually sitting here and thinking, good grief, I did not care about this game like at all, and now I actually want to play it.
We are doing a better job than Pokemon's marketing team, apparently.
Pretty much.
You really are. Yeah.
I didn't actually play it at EGX today, but I was just because I was like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, we were saying we waited 2.5 hours in the queue for it, so it's not really worth it. But-
Yeah, I was gonna like it looks similar enough to the other games. I was thinking I kind of get the gist of this already.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 instead, and that was pretty much exactly the same as what I expected it to be. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing, to be honest with you.
That's
Oops.
another game that's another game I did not expect to be interested in, but now I kind of am. Because I have recently done the unbelievable. I have actually, 7 bajillion years later, got back to Kingdom Hearts 2 and actually finished it. And
Hey.
it didn't actually change my perception of the series all that much. Like, basically, everything I thought about it before, that basically the gameplay, starting 2, because 1 was downright unplayable in terms of at least how it worked interface-wise. The gameplay is competent, and the storyline, well, kind of stuck up its own tailpipe. Is kind of, once you're actually playing the game, it's a lot easier to play the game and understand what's going on than it is to try to read about it. But yeah, basically everyone is either Xehanort or Sora, so...
Well, we'll put it this way. I understood what was going on in Kingdom Hearts better than I understood what was going on in the My Hero Academia game I ended up playing with Val. Because I was
Isn't
like,
that
I've never
basically-
seen this show before. I do not know who any of these people are. I do not know why I'm playing this.
That
And
was kind
furthermore, I don't know why I'm beating you at it.
of, the first half of that was
Because
like-
it's basically Ninja Storm with a, It's basically the, Naruto and or Dragon Ball Z and or whatever. Every Shonen Jump thing is more or less the same
Yeah, true.
game,
So.
just with a different skin on it.
No, I just kind of worked out, like, wait a minute, when I press this button at the right time, I block, and you are pretty much stunned for a ridiculous amount of time, so I can just fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep doing that, and it should work. And it did.
Well, at least it's consistent. But yeah.
Well, it was consistent until
basically-
he started using throws on me, but then I was like,
Oh,
wait a
yeah.
minute, this character has knives, I can just throw them at you. So I won by throwing knives.
Yeah. I had something to say about Let's Go there, but never mind. Soul Calibur 6 was fun.
I didn't get to play that, I kind of wasn't too fussed about it.
I got my ass handed to me in Soul Calibur 6.
That's why it was fun. No, I'm kidding.
I got to play a bit of Jump Force as well, actually.
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, I played that too. That was fun. That was... It's pretty
I was
good.
kind of disappointed by the fact that you only got to play one game, and mine ended very, very quickly because I won too fast.
Oh,
Why? I was like sitting there like, why are you like having so much trouble playing this game? I just because it was only you could only play against the CPU, you couldn't play against other people, and I just stomped the CPU in like a minute, and I was like, why are you like having so much trouble with this?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I was playing as Frieza against Naruto, and it's like, let's be honest, like Naruto's not going to beat Frieza. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, I think that's why Jump Force exists, is kind of to answer that question, really.
Yeah, can Naruto beat Frieza? Answer: no, he cannot.
This is quite funny, because it's a Naruto game underneath.
It is. Yeah, it is, very much so.
So he can't win in his own game.
No, he can't. Not against Frieza, anyway.
Oh, Frieza will just blow up his planet. That's fine.
Yeah, let's be honest, if Frieza was going to lose that, he would just rage quit and blow up the planet, because that's what he does.
Vegeta, I don't believe it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Going back to Let's Go for a second. One of the things I did quite like, and this is completely pointless in like the grand scheme of things, although I think it does affect stats, possibly, can't remember. But when when you catch a Pokemon, like in Go, there's different sizes of Pokemon. So it was quite fun because the guy kind of guiding me through the demo kind of pointed me at a red glowing Weedle, and I caught it, and it turns out the thing was a meter long, which is kind of yeah. A meter long Weedle. I was thinking, that's going to be one hell of a Beedrill. But, yeah. But actually, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, in pure numbers, it might make the stats a bit bigger, so the min-maxers will love it, I'm sure. It doesn't make it that much difference, but it's such a nice little immersion thing to have that variety in Pokemon sizes.
Yeah,
To be
it
fair,
adds a
we've
little
been
bit
using
extra.
the Pokemon- yeah,
Whether it'll actually factor into gameplay, well, I guess we'll see.
probably won't. It doesn't in Go.
It
but,
probably
yeah.
won't. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, but it'd be kind of cool if it did, I guess. I mean, it kind of... I mean, the only similar thing they've really done with that is Pumpkaboo in Gen 6, where you have multiple sizes of it, and each size had slightly different base stats.
Yeah.
Very slightly though.
Yeah, it was slight. It was enough that it actually made a difference, but not enough that it made a massive difference.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Which I think is probably about the right thing for it, to be honest.
Yeah, like if you were min-maxing, you still went for a specific size.
Which is easy to do in Let's Go, because they glow red.
Yeah, like pretty much everybody with every time you saw Pumpkaboo or Galgeist, whatever the hell you call it, in
Gourgeist, yeah.
VGC, they were always supersized, every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh good. I was just thinking. They're glowing red, are they?
Yeah.
Picture, if you will, a Weedle standing around. Kaioken! Times!
That's probably why it's a meter long. most of it is hair.
Most of it is
That's actually, like, if this is the sort of thing that moves forward onto the next year's game, and for God's sake, I hope it does, the kind of interactivity and the kind of, here's critters basically existing in the world, whether you disturb them or not. It's right.
think they could afford not to do it anymore, especially considering what Yokai Watch has been doing, and we all know how badly they've been enjoying cribbing things from Yokai Watch lately.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like copying Yokai Watch. That's so great. You know, that's like you might as well copy Daikatana. That'll do something similar for you.
Well, they didn't copy the battle system, so that's the important thing.
At least
Yeah.
the game's not green.
But I mean, even Yokai Watch kind of hasn't been doing terribly well in Japan. But I mean, as on a
That's
previous.
because it's a bad game.
It is.
It shouldn't do well.
They've been.
Yeah, but honestly, 4 looks like graphically really nice, and they've changed the battle system as well. Thank goodness. So that might
Well,
not be.
They've
Got there in
changed
the
the
end.
battle system, but you still basically have as much control over what's going on with it as before.
That's-
None.
That's true.
whatsoever.
They've basically just ripped Ni no Kuni's battle system off.
To be honest, Ni no Kuni 2's battle system worked just fine. Like,
Yeah.
like that's I know
It did.
it is what it is, of course, but like there are far worse battle systems to rip off, like the original
Yeah.
Yokai Watch.
Yes.
Yeah,
cool.
that's true.
Which was also the original Ni no Kuni's.
That's true.
What is it? What
was
is
it?
it with? What is it with
Well,
these games
okay.
and having these stupid battle systems that just don't work? Like Jade Cocoon 2 did it as well.
It's because they're trying very, very hard to not be Final Fantasy or Pokemon.
Yeah.
It seems
Because
like they're
they're
just
not gonna
trying
be
very,
Final
very hard
Fantasy
to
or
not actually
Pokemon.
be games. Like, what's his name? David Cage could learn a lot from these people.
Oh god.
I don't think David Cage is in the business of learning, full stop.
David Cage just needs to. He just needs to walk off a bridge.
Why did I
He'd probably
just?
try and sexually assault it.
Good. You should.
Sorry, allegedly.
Why did
I
my
would not
brain
be
just?
surprised if they did, and they should. I applaud this person.
Of course, my brain just crossed David Cage and Final Fantasy 13 because for the amount of gameplay you do in either of them.
There's
that's not even
gameplay in Final
At
Fantasy
least
13?
Final Fantasy 13 tries to be a game.
Does it?
Tries.
Yeah, I mean it fails miserably, but you can tell it's at least trying.
I mean, I got all the way through the first disc and didn't find any gameplay, so
Well, I found some on the second disc.
yeah. But then it threw a stupid boss at me. I couldn't be bothered to defeat, so I gave up.
Yeah, well, see that's where you go wrong. You need to be patient with Final Fantasy 13. Very patient.
Or I
Yes, but life is too short to be patient with terrible games.
yeah, or I could just put
Not
it.
when you're me, they aren't.
Well, yeah, that's because
This is what I do. You need once you've reached, you can't leave it at the surface. You kind of need to delve deeper and find out: does it remain this bad? Does it actually get worse? You know?
we need to go derper, basically.
Yeah, you need to get in there. You need to kind of be all like, I need to know if this game actually sorts itself out after a certain point, or whether it actually finds a way to get worse. You know, you already have these abysmally low expectations for it after a certain point, and then you kind of like, can it actually get worse?
I
On it-
have 3 words to describe the one game I've actually had that experience with. Phantasy Star Universe.
I was going to
I-
say, Fantasy Star Universe did a fantastic job of that. 'Cause
I
it started
know,
off
right?
completely terrible, and then somehow managed to get worse as it went on. And you're
I
like,
know, right?
how are you doing this? It shouldn't
I-
be possible.
I
Absolute magic, by the way.
I'd love to criticize or make any comment whatsoever at this point, but I finished Duke Nukem Forever, so I can't talk.
Well, that's fair.
That game
mean,
was awful.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't even bother finishing it. The thing is with Duke Nukem Forever is like you knew it wasn't going to be good, but you wanted it to be. That was you wanted the happy ending.
Yeah.
What after 12 years, you wanted this to be worth the wait. You wanted the happy ending, and then it was just sad, you know, when you knew it wasn't going to be a happy ending because the development cycle had been so messed up. But it was what you wanted, and you were still disappointed at the end when you didn't get it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite fascinated by it because in the back third of the game, pardon me, you can actually pinpoint the exact moment where 3D Realms had stopped developing it and Gearbox had started.
Yeah.
Because Gearbox had bolted an ending on, and you can tell because it's almost playable. Almost.
Yeah.
It's dull as dishwater, but it's playable.
I mean, I think at that point they were just like, I mean, and I can completely understand why they'd be like this. I think they were just like, we need to just get this game out as soon as, just get it on the shelves because this has gone on long enough.
Yeah,
And that was the correct thing to do. Let's be honest.
I think so. I'm glad. I'm glad it eventually came out. Like, as bad as it was, I'm glad it eventually came out, and we could put an end to the Sorry Saga. Yeah, because I mean, you look at Half-Life 3.
That's never going to be put to rest.
Yeah, a game that.
If Valve put out a game tomorrow that was literally just Gary's mod, with like a level made out of just actual crap, the walls are made out of crap, and Gordon Freeman's just rubbing his face along and going, "Ugh, it's Half-Life 3, ugh." Then you get the title, and that's it. The game was over. At least then it's done. Half-Life 3 is over.
See, you know what they should do? They should just buy Daikatana's code because they can definitely afford it, and just put Gordon Freeman and all of his friends in the place of the 3 characters in Daikatana, and then just do that. That should be Half-Life 3,
Yeah.
and I would actually play that.
I mean,
One way or
to be
another,
fair,
it's done.
they would have slightly better AI at least, and maybe they won't get themselves killed every 3 seconds.
No, you have to keep that in.
Well,
Actually, you know what? Keep Superfly Johnson in as well because that would actually be funny.
Yeah,
Superfly Johnson in Half-Life 3, I would buy that game.
I would get it on sale.
Yeah, well, you should. I mean, you know, buying full price for buying Superfly Johnson for full price is not something anybody should do.
I mean, I must admit, I'm embarrassed enough about spending money on Superfly Johnson ever, because I bought Daikatana.
No, you really shouldn't, but, you know, I'm one of the people that did, so there you go.
Yeah.
just wait for them to make him freaking DLC.
Yeah.
That's what.
No, hang on.
To be fair, I also got Superfly Johnson as a Valentine's Day gift, so, you know. At that point, you just, like, you're there already. It's like, you may as well just roll with the punches.
I can't tell if you won or lost.
To be fair, it was actually a bit of a win because that was the Game Boy Color version of Daikatana, which is actually a good game as it happens.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's basically like a 2D Zelda. It's not quite as good as the 2D Zeldas. It's a lot more simplistic, but for what it is, it's a playable game and it's relatively fun to play. So
Basically, because John Romero went nowhere near it, didn't he?
he didn't know. It was a company called Tecmo, I believe, that made the Game Boy Color Daikatana. I can't remember. I know they've worked on other games. I know they're a pretty good company. So yeah, they did a good job. It's a decent game. It's not mind-blowingly amazing, but considering what the source material for it is, it does a lot better than you'd expect. Put it that way.
I like how it only took us 35 minutes to get onto Daikatana this time, by the way.
Well, you know, it took about 5 minutes to get onto Daikatana, considering 30 minutes I wasn't here for.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Sorry. Just going back to Let's Go for a second, because
Just keep circling right round back to the point.
yeah, just
Yeah,
I'm forcing this back on topic. I don't know if you agree with me, but Alex especially. But honestly, I feel like it's not different enough from any given Pokemon game where I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it will
I don't
be
think it
like
should be though.
20 hours of
Yeah.
a decent, well, not even decent, an actually good-looking Pokemon game that's got some fun bits to it that's a little bit different at least.
Yeah.
But catching mechanics.
Hmm.
The battle stuff, you'll breeze through it pretty quickly. It's Gen 1, so it's not hard anyway.
No.
See, you say that. What if they just like crank the difficulty up past what you've seen in the trailers?
I would be surprised.
Like, all
Yeah.
of a sudden, Koga's just like an absolute monster, and you're just like, okay, I didn't see that coming.
I mean,
That'd be
one
funny,
thing-
but no.
the one thing
No,
that you
I'm
got
not
in Go,
expecting that, but I'm not expecting to do anything like that.
or rather, Let's Go, over pretty much any of the other Kanto Pokemon games, is that just there's Pokemon everywhere, and they're all random Pokemon.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot more variety in this game than you ever will in any other ones to pick out of what you want from. So,
Yeah,
I
because
can't imagine- it'll only be easier, surely.
well, at the very least, you'll be able to walk around the world and actually see what's there.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, the Pokemon kind of the game is going to put a lot of emphasis on catching them. I think, from what I've heard, you get more experience from catching them than you do defeating them in battle,
Yeah.
or defeating trainers in battle. Sorry, but you know, it makes that process a lot easier and a lot more comfortable, at least in terms of the overworld. The actual catching mechanics are fine. Like,
They're Go's mechanics, so they're going to be.
it's Go's mechanics, but
Done.
simplified.
It feels fine.
And with a peripheral that actually works.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually get that one if I ever get the game. Because
To be honest, it's
just
half the experience.
Yeah, well,
pretty much
it's-
half the game is using the ball.
Yeah,
I wish you could push him down that ledge.
that would be some funny, wouldn't it? Go on, you can do it. Oops, off you go.
It's
Use
not
strength on him. That would be the best way to do it.
I wish they put that in as an Easter egg. If this was a Kojima game, you would be able to.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
There are a few control issues which I should probably highlight.
Yep.
Bad controls in Let's Go, really.
Well, the first is the confirm button is the analog stick.
What?
You click
Yeah.
down on it.
Oh, for God's sake.
So
What are they doing?
It's not
You can
ideal,
probably
yeah.
already imagine
No, it's
what
not.
happens.
Well, I think the swan just died.
Yeah, I should have seen that one coming, really.
So as you go to select the attack that you want, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to accidentally press down or up, and then select a completely different attack, which I did at least twice in the.
Yeah, you'll learn how not to do it, but you have to learn how not to do it.
See, you shouldn't have to learn how not to do it.
I know, right?
Basically, they
Oops.
need to at least allow remapping the controls so that the top button is confirm, and the
Well, this
Analog
Behium
stick
is just
is cancel.
absolutely destroying you right now.
Yep. It's kind of
He's
annoying.
quite strong. You know, it's a shame he's not a wild Pokemon because you could take him with you and he'd probably help.
That's true. So, right, True Horse needed the experience anyway, so.
Yeah, he did, and he got plenty of it.
Yeah, I think the Pokeball, I think it'll be fine. After you use it for an hour or two, you'll get used to its foibles, but...
I'd rather not have to.
Yeah, I'd rather...
If they allow
exactly.
remapping it, it's the very first thing that I'm doing in the game.
The other problem is, there are functions in the game that you can't do with the Pokeball. Because there's a few things where you can push Y to get info on a Pokemon, stuff like that. You can't with the Pokeball at all. There is no button for it. There's only two buttons. There's a button on the top, there's a button on under the stick. That's it.
So basically, you buy the thing to have worse controls.
Well, you buy the thing for a gimmick, to be honest. Like, I don't even mean that as a bad thing, because the sort of gimmicky things it does are quite nice. But if you just if you don't care
It
about
does have the Pokewalker thing, which is kind of
It
a
does?
cool
Yeah.
idea, but yeah.
And it makes the noise, it makes the Pokemon's noise when you catch it.
yeah, so if you
It lights up.
when you catch Pokemon, when you get the doo-doo noise, it comes out of the Pokeball. If you put it up to your ear after you catch it, you can hear their cry. If you put it on, I think if you put it down somewhere and roll it around, you can hear the Pokemon in it. It's quite cool. But obviously, it's all very gimmicky. It's all very cute.
It is a cool little thing, and if you're going to buy any physical version of the game, you absolutely should buy the physical version that comes with the ball.
Yeah.
Because you're already spending about 50 quid on it, you might as well spend another 20 on it and just get the ball.
I think it's more than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's like 90 quid here with the bundle.
The immortal words of someone else. How about no?
I think it's very nice, and if you're the sort of Pokemon fan that would enjoy these fun toys, and you already know if you are, then it'll be great.
Basically, I've got as much use for this as an Onyx has used for tiny butterfly wings.
Yeah, but some people are going to love it. Like, I think if
Oh,
you're...
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure that some people are going to love it. I just wonder, what are they going to do with this thing, later on? I doubt they're just going to develop this whole freaking gadget for just one game.
Oh, well,
I
you
think-
can use it for the other games, obviously. At the end
I mean,
of the
I
day,
know they
Pokemon
have
has
plans
two
to make Let's Go into like a whole series, and they're probably going to abuse that
Well, there's no reason you can't
relentlessly.
for the next one next year.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Next, we
Pokemon
got
has two
Let's Go
buttons.
Stunfisk and Let's Go Dunsparce is going to be the next ones.
I'd buy them.
Togepi and Pichu.
Special Bluetooth edition.
Yeah. I think because it's just a Switch controller with two buttons and a stick, you'll be able to play the next year's games anyway. But yeah, it's very much an optional accessory. I quite like it. I will be buying one. Mostly because I'm stupid. Because because I'm a mug. But it's not. It's it's well built. It's a nicely made little accessory. I think in a situation where I actually can, it'd be quite fun actually throwing the thing, because you get like a ring thing you put on your ring finger, so you can't actually fling it at your TV.
To rule them all.
So it's like just for the novelty of doing what I wanted to when I was 10, which is having a Pokeball and throwing it and catching a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Great, fine. If you're looking at it as a real kind of improvement in terms of controlling the game, nah.
Yeah, you're not going to be dashing these things at your screen because that would be stupid.
Well, like I say, you've got a ring on it, so if you throw it, it just catches on your finger.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
So you can actually throw it. We were told by one of the people that you were actually supposed to literally throw it as if you were throwing a ball. It doesn't go anywhere because it sticks to your hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it's quite nifty.
I'm sure some person would find some way of putting it through their TV by accident.
Oh, they're just
because they won't have worn the things to make you not do that.
Yeah, you've got a wrist strap and you've got a ring like plastic ring thing, and you obviously when we were playing the demo, we were instructed to wear both, obviously, as I would hope you would if you got the thing yourself. Basically, so we didn't put anything through their screen again. I know it's quite a few of those TVs were damaged.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody's going to screw it up. You know for well.
But
we all know at least one person who would completely screw that up.
Yep.
Well, basically, if you do it to your own TV, it's your own fault, and no one's got. And you can't blame Nintendo; they've done everything they can. So.
Yeah.
They literally have done everything they can to stop you from doing it, but
Yeah.
you know.
I'd be very surprised if you didn't get a Wii-like thing when the game started up, telling you to do it, telling you to put the wrist strap on, put the ring on, thing on, and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Strap on
Like,
indeed.
1000%. So they'll tell you to do it specifically, even for the Joy-Con,
Oh, wow.
because you chuck the Joy-Con as well, although not literally in that case, because that will go through the TV if you don't put the strap on.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, no matter how much you idiot-proof things, the bottom line is you're still in an arms race against the universe, creating better idiots.
And the universe always wins. Always.
The universe always wins.
That's
At the
true.
end of the day, they're only wrecking their own TVs.
Yeah. Kind of long and short of it, really. But it, like I say, fun little gadget. Definitely not necessary. If you're wondering whether to spend the 40 quid on it and you're not convinced, it's probably not worth it. It's really cool, but it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to bother if I ever actually get a Switch.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where you already know if you want it. If you've seen it and you've seen a video of it and anything like that, you already know if you want it. And obviously...
I already know that I don't. So
yeah, and me and Dr. Oak have already gone, oh, fine, here's my wallet.
I mean,
I've got 2 on pre-order.
I didn't know
To be fair,
that.
I still need to pre-order my copy of the game, so...
I just don't pre-order anything.
That's fair, not pre-ordering is generally a smart move. I
To be
haven't...
honest, I'm fine with it in the UK because we have sensible practices for pre-ordering where
Yeah.
Yeah.
you aren't expected to actually pay for the thing 10 months before it actually exists.
And also, if it's rubbish, you can send it back.
So
It's
you
true.
just cancel the pre-order before it actually comes out.
That's true. But I mean, distance selling regulations, even if it comes out, you play it, you realise you hate it, you can send it back, no problem.
Yeah.
So it's great.
I'm looking forward to all of those consumer-friendly regulations being thrown out the window next April.
Yeah. It's nice while it lasts, so. It was quite...
Yeah, that's true.
I've kind of enjoyed spending the first 25-ish, well, 26 and a bit years of my life in a democracy. But, anyway.
Politics.
Yes.
How tiresome.
Speaking of democracy, these nuts.
I was going to say, like, what the hell are we talking about politics on the stream?
So, yeah, so for the one of you that doesn't know,
And if you are that one person, go to Pokecharms.com right now. The thing.
yeah, we have a news article, it's very good. We have a situation where we have a new Pokemon, and it's been announced Well, it's not been announced, rather.
It's not been announced.
It's not been announced at all. Sorry, it's not been announced, but it does exist, and we know about it. And
That nut thing.
I've caught one.
yeah,
I've caught 5.
yeah. So it's the little nut.
They're all dittos, of course, but
Yeah, it's the little nut creature from.
Can we call them nuttos?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I've started calling it Gumnut.
That's quite nice. I like
Yeah.
that. We'll call it that. But yeah,
Gumnut.
this little gumnut thing started. I think it got accidentally patched into the Pokemon Go a few days ago, and then it got
yeah.
data mined out immediately, of course.
And basically, what happened was that Niantic were being cats and just Niand. Yeah, we totally meant to do that.
Yeah, they pretended like they intended to, so they put it in the community days. Once they ended, this little nut thing started turning up, and as we said, if you caught it, it turns into a Ditto. So that's our Gen 8 Pokemon. I think the data mine has pulled it out. It's Pokemon number 891. 891.
It's the number that was associated with it. It's not necessarily its actual number.
No, true. It's probably like an ID number rather than anything else.
I mean, if I were to pick one, I would assume that it was the Pokedex number, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's no actual information to base that off.
I mean, all we know is it's not 808. You know, through, what is it, 816? It's not a starter, basically.
Yeah.
Although it might be, who knows? But,
Who knows?
like, we don't actually know that for sure, but it's probably not a starter. But it's been an interesting thing, because it's actually one of the most, obviously completely unintentionally, because they didn't mean to do this, but it's probably been the best marketing strategy Pokemon has done in a while.
I mean, it looks to me. I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks this. It looks like like some sort of like bad egg glitch Pokemon.
It does in the art, and then you see it in action, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really, really.
Unless that was the
adorable.
idea. Maybe that was the intention.
Maybe. Maybe it's like a
So
sort
it's
of...
supposed to look like some sort of missing no monster.
Yeah,
The
but-
animations on this thing are absolutely flipping precious, by the way.
yeah.
It's one of those. That's actually one of the hilarious things about this thing. I basically had the same reaction to it as I had to Incineroar, because the first time I actually saw that thing was via that leaked piece of starter art, and it was like, oh god, don't let that be real.
Yeah.
Awful. What is with those hands? And it just looked. And then we saw it animate, and it's like it had so much personality. I just couldn't stay mad at it, and now
Yeah.
I like it. And that's basically what happened with this thing. I just thought it was like, okay, it's a Ditto that got a nut stuck in it. That's not how you remake Animon, guys.
I mean,
And then we
when
saw
we
it
first-
animated, and it was like, okay, that's actually flipping precious. But yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
I mean, when we first saw it with just that kind of leaked static icon thing, I was kind of like, yeah, okay. There's a decent chance this is just like
A
some
placeholder.
fan-made thing that some guy in Niantic has made and chucked in as a placeholder thing and completely fucked it up with Quaquilon's update. But
Yeah.
once you actually see that it's got full details, full animations, then they somehow, either through deliberate action or mistake, sent it out to be able to catch it. It's like, okay. The idea that this might just be a placeholder gone wrong is slowly disappearing.
Yeah, and sort of just crumbling to ash in front of us, really. It's like the second it started actually appearing and being catchable, or almost catchable, was the point where it's like, yeah, this is a real thing now, which is nice.
And there might be, there's some possible evidence that it is deliberate with the fact that it doesn't show up as Kecleon or anything like that.
Yeah,
Unknown, zero, question mark, question mark, question mark.
I think because it was
Quite why any of it, to be honest. Who knows?
well, I think what's been suggested a minute ago is true, which is I think it was an accident, and then they unaccidented it. They
Yeah, I 100% believe that it's a complete cock-up that they lent into, but...
Yeah, well, we'll find out, because if they don't have a full, like, press pack for it tomorrow, then we'll know it was an accident.
I
They
think
have
I think they might
mentioned,
ignore it for longer than that.
They
Well-
have mentioned that next week's episode of Pokenchi is going to do something with Let's Go, and we know that they've announced that Let's Go is going to feature one new Generation 8 Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think they might actually say something about it, but of course they might not. We'll have to wait and see.
Who knows? Pokemon is very, very good at pretending like something hasn't been leaked online
That's
I
true.
know.
for a very long time.
Well, they were
Like,
they were
We
pretty.
always pretend that the mythical Pokemon that totally were not
Yeah.
right, and
That's-
proven to exist 2 years beforehand, they suddenly just now exist.
Yeah.
They didn't exist before, guys.
Yeah, these are brand new. They've
Yeah,
not been on
like-
Bulbapedia for 2.5 years.
No.
Mind you, for the actual leaks, the Korokoro leaks and stuff, especially in the X and Y days, they got pretty good at reacting to them. Like, at the very least, they were smart enough to pull up the announcement that they were going to do that week anyway. And
Well,
they-
that's part of an actual marketing plan, obviously, that just
Yeah.
kind of gets shifted up.
yeah, which, I mean, up until then was completely unheard of when it comes to Pokemon. Actually having a marketing plan was just not something that happened. Whereas, these days, they do have social media plans and they have press packs ready
Yeah.
to drop and everything, and they just push the button at the right time. And if Korokoro leaks, then they just push the button a bit earlier. Oh well. But it will be interesting to see whether that's the case here. Whether they intended to announce it, next week or in a month's time. And like I say, if they turn up tomorrow and go, yeah, here's the press pack, here's the announcement, here's the name, or maybe not. Then we'll know that they were prepared for it. And if they wait until Pokenchi on Sunday or even later to do it, then they'll know. We'll know they didn't intend to.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we might get a little bit of silence about it for a little while.
Oh, more than likely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is honestly fine. It's already done its job. Like, unintentionally, almost certainly, but the amount...
I mean, the thing that really fucks me off, and that was... Yeah, I'm not...
Sweater.
Back to, swearing. But this Chikorita's day, and then this fucker comes along.
steals its thunder. They did that specifically to insult you,
Absolute fucking bastards.
Didn't happen to Eevee.
As if getting you beaten by your Bailey repeatedly on the streams wasn't bad enough.
No. I did get like 6 shiny Chikoritas.
That's good.
There's that at least.
Yes.
I actually missed Eevee today, but I don't intend to miss the next one because if the next one is what it's rumored to be, oh yeah.
Spoilers, it's Beldum.
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, okay.
I want like 12 and...
You'll probably get
I
120.
one. Excellent, because I want to evolve one into a freaking Metagross.
Absolutely, yeah.
The thing is one of my favorite Pokemon ever, and...
I managed to just squeak in getting a shiny Meganium, just one though, because I was doing stuff during the community day, so I got to catch some, but not that many. But I managed to just about get a shiny Chikorita and 100 candies, so I managed to get a shiny Meganium, which was nice. But skin of the teeth, that used a couple of rare candies to push it up. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I need to be actually doing with this, because there's no point.
Evolve Proc-Rock, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So hang on, so we've got Ghost fighting...
It's Ghost fighting Dark and Psychic.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, we are definitely going to need Crocodile then.
And
probably
then
should've-
obviously you've got N gets this at the end.
Probably
Yeah, Ghetsis is the biggest pain there.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean, I think you get healed up beforehand at least, so...
I'm not sure. Actually, John Cena should be able to handle Hydreigon quite comfortably, I think.
That's true.
Really?
As long as he doesn't, like, drastically outlevel you or anything.
Considering the fact that...
I think to be honest, it's going to be early 50s, so it might well do.
It might. I actually need to remember what levels they are. I know I had issues with that particular battle in my last attempt at the run of the series. Which is not surprising because I didn't actually have a murder dragon for a change. I usually have one by that point. But hold on a moment. Let's see. Actually,
I can't remember how I beat him. I just remember that I didn't have any problems with him.
Turnus.
But you know, that's not exactly like.
Okay, his Hydreigon is level 54 in
Yeah, so I mean, ideally you want John Cena to be kind of early 50s, and he's not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone right now is slightly ill-equipped for this sort of nonsense.
Yes, let's
Nonsense.
probably should have looked at this kind of earlier today before I started streaming and did the prerequisite grinding. Oh well, never mind. Lesson learned.
Yeah. To be fair, I also need to do a lot of off-screen grinding for my stream whenever I find the time and energy and spoons to get back to it. Last time I played, I was in Iron Island, and I kind of, I was planning to do a bit of grinding and then, you know, going on to do the whole annoying Riley sequence. But since I don't have the energy to just freaking grind with the same map over and over again, I might have to do the Riley sequence and do the grinding through that.
Yeah, makes sense.
It might make my next stream a bit boring, but, you know, it's flipping platinum. People are going to bitch about it anyway.
Well, I'm playing the best Pokemon game. You know, Pokemon Red. You know, Generation 1 all the way.
Yes.
You know, that's
Cross
you know,
racing, though.
perfectly good run. There's no bugs or anything like that.
That's actually one thing that I did want to rant about concerning Let's Go. The fact that the Pokemon placements are, again, the exclusives are based on the original Red and Greens. Because on one hand, I would definitely prefer starting with Eevee rather than with the Yellow Rat. But on the other hand, Electabuzz and Scyther.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm okay with Magmar, but Pinsir can kinda sort of get in the sea. Unless we get its mega form through some silly set of events.
I'll be surprised if you didn't. To be
within a
honest.
reasonable particular point in the game, that is. I mean,
Yeah, the fact that they're pushing the Megas thing does suggest that they're actually going to be there in a meaningful way.
I do wonder if, you know, there were rumors that there might be new Megas in there. I doubt it, but it could be interesting.
I hope. I think realistically, it's no longer a realistic wish. Let's be honest. But,
yeah, I doubt they're going to do anything like that.
But I would love to see it. Honestly, I would love to see new Megas. I think it would be a lovely way to throw me a bone, I suppose, in exchange for going back to Kanto. But
well, wasn't one of the Pokemon on the list of, you know, rumored Megas Marowak?
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I know, right? I'm just kind of lolling at the throwing a bone thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that list is almost certainly how you say made up.
Oh, definitely.
But
still, it's kind of amusing.
Like, you know, like in Dream Herald.
I know, right? There's definitely a bunch of Pokemon on that list that I really wish did get a nifty freaking Mega Evolution.
Or just
but, you know.
Or in some cases, just an evolution in general, to be honest. But
yeah, well, I'm kind of 50-50 about evolutions, considering wonderfully Generation 4 handled some freaking Generation 1 evolutions.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, they haven't done it in, like, literally years. So
for the best, probably.
That was literally, like, Gen 4 was the last time we got new evolutions, wasn't it? Did Gen 6 give us any? I don't think it did it?
No,
Gen 6 gave us Sylveon.
True, but apart from that...
Evolutions don't count.
No, they never can because there's so many of them, and I'm reading the chat. And we all know that generation... I can't remember what it is. What's that generation that's the best one? Can someone remind me?
The most forgotten one, clearly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, I forgot it.
Ah,
I can't remember.
well, that one, the one that nobody can remember, that's my favourite one.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Me too.
The one that we're definitely not playing right now.
I'm glad. Oh, we got the joke in there.
Come on, we have to. We have to get it.
Absolutely.
It's Gen 5.
That's true.
Contractually obligated by this point.
Oh yeah. I think I'm-
See, Gen 5 is the generation that everybody forgets. Gen 4 is just the one I wish I could.
I'm going to do something stupid.
What's that?
I'm going to start training on the Elite Four. So I'm going to get myself killed a lot, which is fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I
Do you,
think,
do you not like having money or something?
well, I don't need it anymore. This is
Have
the
you
end-
bought all your healing items then?
I think so. Well, I'll go and buy some more. I think, but it's more to the point.
You may as well. The thing is, that you may as well just like spend every bit of money you've got on healing items,
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do that.
that's true.
because then
Yeah.
at least it's like, well, you're
That
gonna,
would be a wise idea, and have a bunch of revives, because god damn. You're going to need them.
Oh yeah,
just-
I know. I mean, I'm gonna black out like just repeatedly, so that's fine. But
You know what'd be funny is if, like you actually won.
that would be, yeah. Just as a spoiler, I am not going to win. But
Where's full heal? You're full heal.
oh right, shit. Why am I doing that? I've got like full.
I don't know.
full
Why
res-
are you doing that? You're wasting.
I've got full restores. I don't need anything else.
Get full heal. Full heal's fine. You can get full heal still.
Where are they?
Full restores
It should be
are
at the
lovely
bottom, shouldn't
things.
it?
Apparently not.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
You just went past it.
I'll get 10 of them.
Yeah, just get a bunch of them as well.
Nah, I don't need any of those.
And you might as well just spend the rest on like revives or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
You've got 28 max repels, for God's sake.
Punch!
There you go. I have no money anymore.
Good, you shouldn't. There. Now it doesn't matter if you lose. Because
fair-
theoretically, if you win, you can just sell all the stuff that you bought and then you get the money back, or at least some of it.
That's true. And there's a.
Now, it doesn't make a bit of difference.
Oh, I should have saved before I did that. Oh well, never mind. Actually, I think.
I don't think it matters because you're planning to lose.
Oh wait, you don't actually. You can actually save right now. The battle only starts once you actually walk into another room.
Oh yeah, it lets you. Oh good, you can come back. Okay, that's fine. So, oh, this is one of the ones where it lets you choose, isn't it?
Yeah, you get to choose.
this is
You
where-
get to
this
choose
is
who
where they
kills you
start.
first.
I want to know.
This is where they started. Yes.
Yeah, I've got a specific. I want to fight the ground type first, because I want to.
Well, if from left to right, it's ghost, dark, psychic fighting.
Yep.
Fighting is the one I was thinking of. Sorry.
That's the psychic.
Oh.
You're looking. Fighting is
There
the
you go.
one on the right. You're looking for Marshall, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just-
him.
And his cage match. Yeah, that's him. That's his.
Yeah.
That's his ridiculous cage match.
I figure I'm.
This cage match where the entrance ramp is like a spiral thing.
It's like
With
it's.
steam blowing out.
It's
of it.
basically the on a rail chapter from Half-Life.
Pretty much, yeah. Except, yeah. They actually had Half-Life at the at EGX on the retro section.
They did. Yeah. Right. Who am I going to throw against?
It's alarming to think that Half-Life counts as retro now.
Yeah. Well, it's 20 years old.
Just
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
what is?
Of course, they also had. Of course, they had Quake 2 on the retro section as well. They had like Quake 2 land deathmatch, and some kid like stormed off crying because somebody shot him. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that happens when you let small children play old video games.
No, I made a grown man rage quit on a Doom deathmatch. That was pretty funny.
I mean, that's impressive.
Well, all I did was like, it's kind of, Doom deathmatch is kind of interesting because it's like it's the normal level with all the enemies still there. It's just that all the players can kill each other as well.
Yeah.
So basically, I just ran around, killed all the shotgun dudes, killed everybody with a shotgun, and then that meant that nobody had shotguns except me.
Quake 2 was great.
Quake 2 was very good. I do very much enjoy Quake 2.
Yeah. Forgot how much they spam full restores in this game.
It's fine. Someone actually, because yeah, because my because the IT tech people at my grammar school were so good. Somebody actually managed to get Quake 2 onto every single PC in the IT classroom.
Nice.
So every single IT class would just end in a Quake 2 deathmatch.
That is great.
I like that. That's quite cool.
And for some reason, the teachers could not like outdo the students putting the game on the PC like every single time. Until they employed a new head of IT.
Your IT department was very great.
Oh yeah, they knew their stuff.
Ooh, superpower.
Superpower's a good move. Not one you should use repeatedly, but it's still a good move.
Is it fine? Do you think it's alright for in-game? Or am I going to get screwed over by the stat
No,
drops?
it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, are you using workup for anything?
Not really, to be honest.
See, Rock Smash at least has like overworld uses.
That's true.
Pretty much.
And let's be honest, you're not going to be spamming superpower because you just shouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just thought burning through all your healing items whilst you're doing this is not a good idea.
I'm not going to. I'm only doing it where I need to.
Yeah, just don't use too many of them.
No, I'll be alright. Yeah, the intention will be to just try and...
Why does he still have Karate Chop? What is he doing? It's supposed to be the Elite Four. What are you doing?
I don't know, but he's very smart.
To be
Yeah.
fair, he is Alder's protege.
Yeah, I can
And
see.
we all know what Alder does, basically. His entire purpose
He does
in
nothing.
life- His entire purpose in life is to jump off of cliffs and make children fight each other.
Yeah.
There's something awfully wrong with this guy.
Sounds like a stand-up
Well, he
guy
gets-
to me.
He gets beat like before you even get to him. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, he's not exactly the most impressive champion that the series ever had.
No. He also has the worst champion theme. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
to be fair, they did compensate for it by having Cynthia in the game.
yeah. I think the thing with that is, yes, I agree that he is extremely underwhelming. But on the other hand, he's not Diantha.
Fair
You know
point.
what? Here's the funny thing about Diantha is the fact that everybody was like, they knew, like they saw her being the champion coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
See, I didn't because I forgot she existed.
and
As soon as I went to the champions room, I was like, oh, I wonder who the champion's going to be. I actually genuinely don't know who it's going to be. And then it revealed her. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about you.
you exist.
I was like, wait, yeah, you were, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know who you
I
are.
kinda got-
Okay,
I
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I got distracted by Lyssandra's hair.
I mean, to be fair, I just got distracted by the fact that she was just so unnoteworthy.
To be fair, who was noteworthy in Kalos?
Chorus?
Aside from-
Was Chorus? Is he? No, he's Gen
Chor-
5, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the Black 2 White 2 chorus. He did. Chorus
Did
is
he
not
appear in
actually
Gen 6?
I don't think so. The first time he appeared again after Gen 5 is
Gen 7.
7 actually,
Oh,
which was
okay.
awesome. I just remember seeing him in this game, like, oh my god, they brought him back.
Okay, so let me think. Memorable people from Kalos. I mean Ramos was alright, I guess.
Ramos was great, but you know the gym leaders in Gen 6.
Karina was memorable for all the wrong reasons.
Fair point, yeah.
For literally
And-
being the worst gym leader in all of space and time.
And then there's Sycamore, who's just how is
There.
this guy, Professor? Did he get his degree from the University of Hope?
Hot Dad the Thirst. Is
Pretty much.
all there really is to say on that one. It's immediately superseded by Hot Dad the Second.
Oh god, basically. And oh yeah, and then there was the guy in Team Flare who basically just kind of looks like Psy. I mean, seriously, it's like when you take a look at Team Flare's administration, you basically got Beardy McBeard, Angry Reporter Bitch, a multicolored hair K-pop band, and their frontman, Psy.
Well, I mean,
Open Zygarde style.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, Gen 6 is like, I mean, I make fun of Gen 4, but let's be honest, Gen 4 did things right and had memorable
Basically-
characters, and you know,
Basically, at least Gen 4 was finished.
yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
For
Gen
all
4,
of, yeah, for all of Diamond and Pearl's fuck ups, Swearjaw, I know. Platinum,
you're doing worse at this than I am. How's that?
most of them.
I'm not particularly trying. I'm just trying to.
No, I'm talking about you lot swearing.
Oh, I think we've kind of given up on the swear jar, to be honest.
Yeah, because of me, probably.
Swearjaw Binks.
I mean, to be fair, like I've streamed and said some horrendously expletive stuff on stream, and Twitch just doesn't seem to care. So whatever.
They don't care if they don't notice, basically. Right. Let's fight someone else.
Yeah, he kind of did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I kind of got rolled.
Maybe stick Anakin on like Chantal or something.
Which one? Which one is
The
that?
one that you're going into right now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's Chantal, Stephanie Meyer.
Oh right, yeah.
Wow, that's scathing.
Yeah, that's a little cruel.
See, I like to think of her as more of like a J.K. Rowling figure who like writes all of these books and like makes them really good, and then like
Ruins them on Twitter later.
yeah, she makes like, well, I wouldn't say ruins them, but makes like pointless changes or pointless additions to the canon of the stories, and it's just like, what are you doing?
I don't even remember when I started calling her Stephanie Meyer. She's probably not that bad, but
I never got the impression she was particularly bad.
No, I just
Chantal, not Stephanie Meyer. Like she can.
yeah,
just go
naturally, of course. I mean, to be fair to Stephanie Meyer, at least she isn't, you know, the person who wrote a terrible BDSM abuse fanfic.
I was gonna say at least Chantal doesn't have an evil twin.
That's a point. That is a point. You got mummied.
I did get mummied.
It's bad because the Pokemon that you cannot leave.
Wow,
without
that's a lot of
aid.
damage.
Yeah, I'm 10 levels lower, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'm also now dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you probably should have switched out just so at least he could get some experience.
Yeah,
So now
Oh.
he's just gonna eat dirt.
that is what just
To be
happened.
fair, it is a ground type. That's what it does.
Yeah, pretty much. What can you do? Man?
This episode is brought to you by Sand. It's everywhere. Get used to it.
Yep. Bye bye, Anakin. Go back to failing as you do.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad omen calling it Anakin.
Well, you know.
Well, you know.
At least he isn't taking a lava bath. I think he does need to get KO'd by lava plume at least once in this run.
That'd be funny.
It has the high ground type. Oh dear. Ah yes, Leech Seed.
High ground. That's what happens when you have the ground smoke weed.
I was gonna say that's a grass ground type.
Yeah.
That is actually a fairly decent combination.
See, in my own
Unless
headcanon,
you're
like
doing-
Venusaur's leaves are actually like a drug, and if you smoke them, you just get ridiculously high.
That's why they call it magical leaf.
Oh yeah. Venusaur, does Bulbasaur actually learn Magic Leaf? I think it does.
Does it? It might. I don't even know what it
I
does.
think it
yet.
might be like an egg move or a tutor or something.
Yeah.
Probably is.
I mean,
Hold on.
granted, you shouldn't teach it to it, but you know.
Yeah. Well, sorry, it's not exactly. There are
Venusaur's got better things to be
doing.
doing with his time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can. It can get magical leaf via breeding.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'll just put Leaf Storm on it instead because you know that's actually a good move.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm making Chantal waste all her full restores, I suppose.
Yeah, that's some good strategy you got there.
Yeah. Basically just because I'm not killing the Pokemon fast enough.
Yeah. You know, honestly, thinking the rate this is going, it probably would be faster to just grind off that cave.
Might well be, yeah. To be fair, I've gotten a few levels already off of this, so...
It is an absolute pain.
I was actually watching a speedrun of Deadly Towers, and in the middle of it, the runner said, and this made perfect sense in context, he was going to spend 2 minutes grinding off balls. And to be fair, for a game like Deadly Towers, that's kind of appropriate.
Oh, Chandler. I like Chandler. It's probably going to kill me, but never mind.
Yeah, I think Chandler's going to kick your face in, like, quite badly, actually.
Who's that?
Oh, wait.
No.
Is this a KO? Well.
Yep, died. Oh, I got a critical hit. I got a crit, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, Chandler's... I don't think Chandler's quite that powerful. Well, he's powerful, but... See, if this is a Pokken tournament, he'll be mocking you right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be honest, Pokken tournament Chandler is the greatest thing ever.
It really is. I like Chandler. It's a good Pokemon. Oh, and
That's going to hurt.
True Horse has just died completely, so yeah.
Well, of course it did.
Oh, that's the wrong thing to do. Why did I do that? It's a ghost type.
Yeah, it is.
That's.
I mean, that's what all this person's Pokemon are.
I literally have nothing I can do to that. But I have no Pokemon really that can kill Chandler anymore, so that's gonna be fun.
I don't think any you've got any moves left that can hurt it.
I
think it's got Flash Fire as well.
Ooh.
This is why I stick Rock Slide on something.
Well, let's try Flare Blitz and see what it does. We'll soon find out if it's got Flash Fire.
It's got Flash Fire.
It's all, and I'm dead, so.
We don't even know. We don't get to know. He just kills you anyway. We will never find out.
I'm also about to get completely squished again.
Yeah, that did not last. Let's be honest. I think going in there was a bad idea.
Oh, I just outsped it. Didn't do anything.
Superior is stupidly quick, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not dead as well, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was nice while it lasted. Bang.
Yeah. Well, you know. Okay, I might go back to grinding in the cave.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be slow as hell, to be honest with you, because it's taking ages to kill any of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, now you have no money.
I mean, to be fair, I have all the healing items I'll ever need, so it's fine.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's not like you're gonna be buying anything else.
No.
Of all the moves you'd finish somebody off with, like using one like Fire Blast that has a chance of missing, like you must be really confident. I mean, granted, she has every reason to be, but still.
Yeah, I suppose if she misses, she just tries again next turn, because it's not like I can do
Pretty
anything.
much, yeah. She can try all she wants. It's not going to make a difference. Eventually, she'll hit you.
Yeah, well, if I'd wanted to revive Uber, I probably could have won that one, but let's be honest.
I was going to say that I feel like J.K. Rowling completely screwed up her Harry Potter canon with Pottermore. Because she put me in Hufflepuff. And I was like, congratulations, you've just turned Hufflepuff into the most evil house.
Well, we know this anyway. Like,
So yeah, I do kind of feel like they are low-key the most evil house.
they are. Well, they're the house full of all the competent people. Because, you know, Gryffindor takes all the smug people. Slytherin takes all of the evil smug people. And, you know, Ravenclaw takes all of the smart smug people.
Yeah.
And Hufflepuff gets everyone who can... Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got like some sort of underground movement that just absolutely screws you.
Yeah. Probably runs the entire school. No one ever knows.
I mean, I already had like this conversation in chat about all the things that I would do with Transfiguration.
Nothing good.
Well, put it this way, for the most of it, it just involves during the night turning people's bed linen into random animals. My favourite one being a giant trout.
Was turning someone's duvet into a giant trout while they sleep.
Yeah, because what is the giant trout going to do while it's on land? It's going to start flailing. You're literally going to get slapped in the face repeatedly with a fish tail.
Oh, oops. Oh well. Anakin is bad and should feel bad.
Yeah, that's what Anakin does. He's just a disappointment.
I'm assuming if I can actually get it to evolve, it will do better, but...
Yeah, if you can get it to evolve, it'll probably help a great deal. The problem is It doesn't want to evolve.
What level does it evolve?
I don't know.
40, I think.
That's a long way away, considering.
Yeah, let's check. Yep, 40.
I think the best thing to do with it is just like keep it in, then switch it out.
Yeah, just
Do it that way until at least,
abra it,
yeah, abra it basically.
or metapod
at
it, or whatever.
least until it evolves, because at least when it evolves, it'll probably be at least semi-competent. I wouldn't even waste a revive on it, to be honest with you. You got a rare candy there.
Yep, only the one.
Use that. Wow, how's he only got 98 health at level 39?
I know. I presume it gets an awful lot more once it evolves, because everything else is
I
fully
don't think
evolved.
so.
Well, it's only second stage. Everything else is either single stage or fully evolved. So.
No, that's true. Even then, though, like even a true horse is like,
Yeah, completely made of paper and still has more HP.
yeah. That's shameful, but at least, you know, hopefully Crocodile will be able to, you know, put some work in. I think you're gonna need him to at this point.
Hmm. Right, so let's John Cena, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, ideally, I'd like to get them all to 50, but I doubt I'm going to get that far.
I don't think you really need to. I think. I mean, that's the reason. Like when I play these games, I usually don't use a full team, is because it's a lot easier to train them when you don't have a full team.
That is true. I must admit, you know, going forward, I think I'll probably end up using like 3 or 4 at most.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm thinking of just nixing the 6th Pokemon on my run, just for the fact that it makes the game a lot easier, and I don't really need it anyway.
Yeah, I would either do that or just off-screen grind, really.
Even using 5 is a bit much for me, but to be fair, like the other 2 are going to be Gengar and Tentacruel, which is just like whatever, you win.
Yeah, oops.
Because it actually has one thing that Stella actually suggested was using the Trainer Fly to try and get Gengar, which as it happens, it turns out you can
Oh, nice.
quite easily. So I'm actually going to try and do that. So yeah, there's going to be yeah, I'm going to plug my stream whilst you're doing yours.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, next episode of the Pokemon Red stream is probably going to be a lot of glitches. There's going to be probably a decent segment on Trainer Fly and us skipping a fairly large portion of the game.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, we will be going back to it, granted, because you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You still... Okay, technically you don't need all 8 badges to beat the game. Let's be honest.
No.
It's Pokemon Red, you can do whatever you want. But for the purposes of this run, we will need all 8 badges to get to the end of the game. We will just be doing them in a slightly different order,
Nice.
for the most part, than intended.
Come on.
Or put simply, you were not expected to get to Cinnabar Island before beating the game corner, but that's what we're going to do.
Ooh, interesting.
Hopefully it'll work. There is a few rather awkward trainers in Koga's gym that makes a poison run slightly annoying for that purpose. Because for some reason Koga has jugglers in his gym and they like to use Drowsy and Kadabra. And when you use poison types, they aren't very good things to have to fight.
Yeah.
Especially when you're slightly under level considering how much of the game you've skipped to get there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll go well and we'll get to have a lot of fun. Breaking Generation 1.
Well,
And yeah, Trainer Fly will happen. I will, for the sake of trying to get Gengar, sort of demonstrate how Trainer Fly works and why. So yeah, we will probably be loitering around the Nugget Bridge route quite a bit and resetting the game quite a bit. I like how you can't move that tiny rock.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's like a rock smash thing, but it's not. It's just blocking the...
It's just there.
I think it just blocks it until the post game, doesn't it? Because there's
It does, yeah, because Terrakian's in there.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, of all the things that they could have used, couldn't they have just like put like a massive pile of rocks in front of the wall?
You would hope so, yeah. I mean, they do
Instead,
somewhere
you've
else.
just got this tiny,
Guys.
like, insultingly small stone in front of there that just blocks your path.
Guys, this is Generation 5. What they would have done is stick a bunch of fucking dancers in there. For
Yeah.
no reason.
They could-
Someday they'll be gone for no reason.
Well, that's alright. At least they didn't turn the power off.
Yeah, true.
My got on toast.
Like, at least Gen 5 had the good sense not to care. Like, yeah, we're gating this, and deal with it.
Yeah, well. This game, I suppose.
Oop. Keep pushing the wrong button there. Right,
I put present in main chat. See, I actually like the Drifter, so.
To be honest, I don't think I know what that is.
What, Ugandan Knuckles?
No, well, I know what Uganda Knuckles is, unfortunately. I
I
meant
think everybody knows what Ugandan Knuckles is.
Whoops.
Honestly, I feel like Weeble should have been nicknamed that. Especially after that move.
I can't in good conscience name something Ugandan Knuckles, unfortunately.
No.
Well, to be perfectly fair, even if you did name doesn't way or something. That was the stupid meme, wasn't it?
Uganda Knuckles is. I think, to be fair, a lot of memes are stupid, so it's kind of.
The problem
pointless
is, that a lot of memes are stupid, but Ugandan Knuckles is racist, so...
Yeah.
Like, it is deeply, deeply racist, which is why I'm not a huge fan of it.
Hmm.
If it wasn't, then I would have used it.
Yeah.
Because it kind of works perfectly for Weeble. But... yeah.
Or just call him Knuckles, I guess.
Yeah, that would be
I mean,
fun.
let's be honest, the Knuckles from Sonic Boom kind of works well enough to suit him.
That's true.
It does, yeah. Although, to be fair, yeah, I mean... Darumaka is basically Weeble, so...
See, I would like for somebody to make like a Street Fighter mod where as soon as Guile like uses Sonic Boom, it makes you actually play that game. He just forces his opponent to play Sonic Boom, and obviously he just wins there and then because nobody's going to do that. And to make it even better, you have to play Sonic Boom with Guile's theme playing in the background.
That sounds fun.
It'd be great. Of course, Alex is already going to do that for us live on stream at some point.
Hmm?
Play Sonic Boom.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
I mean, he kind of has to, let's be honest. I mean, he's already playing Sonic 06.
My god. This is a bucket!
When we were doing stream tests for... We were doing audio recording tests and stuff for the 2 Point Hospital series.
Yeah.
On YouTube, go watch it. We actually did play, I think it was a fan-made like remake of Sonic 06.
Ooh.
And in some ways it was more broken than the original game.
That
How?
that is
Impressive.
That is really
Yeah,
impressive.
the game's terrible. Like, actually genuinely properly terrible.
How can you make it worse?
Magic.
I don't know.
Does the game just brick your whole PC?
No, but that'd be funny.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's not like that hasn't been done before by a certain company who has been named and shamed many times. In a case for making a game where uninstall of it completely bricks your entire PC.
Ah, yes, that was an absolute legend.
Yeah. I think there was another game where where installing it prevented your PC from booting up.
Really? Gosh.
Yeah, because I think this was stupid from what I've heard. I can't remember if this is true or not, and it probably isn't because I've not seen any actual sources to confirm that it is. But in one of the installation files was boot.ini.
Oh dear.
So naturally, it overwrit the existing one and bricked the whole PC.
Yes. I can't remember exactly which game it was, but yes, it was. That was actually a thing that happened.
I want to see what it was now.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling it might have been something to do with DRM. Like it sounds like Secure ROM or something stupid like that.
Yeah. I know, as I say, I know it was a Bungie game that would basically wipe your hard drive if you uninstalled it. Which is a thing that Bungie would do, let's be honest.
Yeah, out of spite.
Yeah, they would spite you by doing that.
As well as incompetence.
Yes.
To be
Without
fair,
question.
at the time, they were mostly developing for Apple. I mean, for the longest time, they were actually primarily developing games for, like,
What does foul play even do?
before
nothing.
they basically got their souls consumed by Microsoft for a second.
Is there any point getting foul play? It's a silly thing, but because it's got 95 power, but it's got this silly the higher.
Foul play is actually pretty good. Basically, it's kind of weird in so much that it calculates. It uses your opponent's attack stat instead of yours.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So it uses the opponent's attack stat, but runs on 95 base power. Okay. Should I replace Torment with it?
I would, because the NPCs are kind of using random moves, I think, so...
That's true. Yeah, so it's not like... You're not going to go up against something with a choice band or whatever.
No, they're not. It's the reason why Umbreon can actually... Hey, he's evolved.
Yep, finally.
You should probably censor this part of the stream.
Yeah, if we can no longer show this... Show this...
It's not PG anymore.
Pokemon on stream.
Gentlemen!
Oh my god, it's breaking the rules.
Oh, here it is.
Swooping
no.
as usual, I see.
And we just got banned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, to be fair, Anakin was kind of a dick, so there you go.
Oh, Gog. That thing.
I'm still trying to find out what game it was that killed your entire PC. If you installed it. The thing is, it's not one of those things that you can just Google because it's just going to bring up a ridiculous number of games.
Yeah.
So, all the games that ruin your console. Pretty much all of these. And I'm like, that's not helpful in the least. But thank you.
Well, Crocodile seems... Oh. I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
I spoke far, far too soon. It's still rubbish.
Ah. Penny picking Diva would just make your game crash on Overwatch. I don't see how that's a bad thing because why would you want to play Overwatch? Yeah.
Say, why would you play Diva, you weeb? No.
Yeah, that's the point. So I picked Moira.
Yeah, well, everyone knows the correct off-tank.
Yeah, honestly, Moira is the character that I would play if I was insane enough to play Overwatch.
Well, everyone
Just
knows. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. Like, one, it's not that good of a game, and two, the community can just die.
Oh yeah, basically like every other MOBA, and yes, I went there. It's a flipping MOBA.
Where are you? Aha! Bingo! It was EVE Online.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of all the games, EVE Online was the one that would make your computer or you're unable to boot if you installed it.
That's very appropriate.
Yeah.
It's like weaponized Excel.
It
Pretty much, yeah. It is the most evil video game of all time.
That said, I've actually heard some flipping legendary nonsense that people did. Because, you know, basically, yeah, it is a job pretending to be a game.
Yeah.
And
It just sounds like a horrible game to play.
It's
it is
Microsoft Excel with spaceships.
Yeah.
basically.
It sounds genuinely horrible to play.
It is. It really is, from what I've heard. And basically, people have found the most creative, ridiculously crazy way to be absolute massive dicks in this game.
And they
Just-
encourage it.
Oh yeah, but there is actually there are 2 or 3 cracked articles about the biggest dick moves in games ever. And a good chunk of them is from EVE Online.
Yeah. And for
It
the
only
record,
goes to show something about people.
for the record, it was Myth 2 that would wipe your hard drive if you tried to uninstall it.
Ah, okay, so they were already developing for PC at this point. They have no excuse.
Yeah, and they were already making horrendous mistakes.
Typical Bungie.
Yeah. You start as you mean to go on, as they say.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if Marty was there at that time.
I think he might have been. I am not entirely certain at this point.
I mean, at that point, wouldn't you just be like, you would? I'm pretty sure you'd be desensitized by the level of just
When?
utter stupidity that you're being surrounded by.
Hold on. When did that game actually get released? No, he was in there. They already had. Yeah, they already had. He already had the studio. O'Donnell and Salvatore were already working with Bungie at the time. What was that? Yeah, he was around for Myth. He was around for Oni.
I'm just looking through like other random stupid things that these games have done.
Now I completely forgot what was the name of their freaking studio at this point. Oh right, they were called Total Audio back then.
Apparently, old Final Fantasy games are very vulnerable to stairs.
We warned you about stairs, bro.
Yeah, like if you look at this, well, if you look at the speedrun of Final Fantasy 1, it involves walking up and down a staircase multiple times to just skip the entire game. Which is great to watch, especially when the speedrunner screws it up twice. Because you're literally sitting there for like half an hour watching this idiot walk up a flight of stairs up over and over and over again, and with no payout. So, you know, GG. Yeah, apparently doing that in Final Fantasy 4 just wipes your whole save file. It's like, okay. I don't know why, but sure.
How weird.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm going to walk up some stairs. It's like, nope, you can't do that. Say goodbye to your save file. I'm like, oh, okay.
That is weird. I'm not sure I ran into that glitch. Which version of Final Fantasy 4 did that happen in?
All the 2D versions, if you walked up a flight of stairs 64 times, it would wipe your hard drive.
That
Not
is-
wipe your save file. Probably your hard drive too, because, you know, why not?
That is so weird.
And now we're onto the list of all the broken stuff you can do in Pokemon games. Of
Oh.
which Generation 1 has a list taking up an entire screen.
Well, of course it would. It's Generation 1. I mean, they've done so much to make the game not crash that they made it basically a really massive hotbed for arbitrary code execution. So it takes a lot to kill Pokemon, but if you manage to do it, it will do it the most spectacularly.
Yeah.
It's weird. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's very, very. It's quite interesting, to be honest.
Woo. That.
Yep. Oh, excuse me.
And in this episode, we are marching up and down the square.
Yeah.
Fine, off you go.
I really should have done this whole thing before we started streaming, but never mind.
Well, I mean, it's been great. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, we've almost burnt through the entire 2 hours.
Yeah, well, we're doing 3, so.
3 hours of this. Woo. I mean, I won't be able to stay on that long, but you know.
No, that's fair.
Quick BRB.
Yes.
So this is the good thing about the Generation 1 stream is so much is accomplished in each episode.
Yeah, that is quite nice.
Yeah. Most because the game is just like... I'll say the difficulty has not aged well, I think is the nicest way to say it.
I haven't actually saved in a while, I've realised, so I should probably do that.
Yes, you probably should. Because losing any progress at this point is just going to be absolute hell.
That would be... yeah. It would not be fun at all.
Nope. It would not. It would suck.
Yeah. Okay. Here's just a sec. I've just realised my error here.
Oh, the fact that you're going to kill yourself if you use flare blitz on it?
Yep. Nearly did as well. That would have been smart.
Yeah, would have been quite funny too. Oh, that's a funny one. Fancy Star 4 making pretty much breaking down if your level goes higher than 96.
Wow, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's like if your level goes too high, you actually start getting weaker.
Where? Who? When?
The level
Star
99
4?
glitch in Fancy Star 4 where
yes.
the whole game just breaks down.
Yep. That's what happens when you do a what was it, an integer override or something like that? Overflow over whatever.
Stack overflow. Or
Also, apparently the game can rather amusingly cook you after you fight Zio, and because two of the party members, I think it's Grizz and Demi, both leave.
Yeah.
Apparently, if all the other characters are knocked out, the game just says, "Yeah, that's game over. Screw you."
Just gonna just vanish for a couple of minutes to get a drink.
Cool.
Be right back.
So that's actually very funny because it's just the game saying, "Well, you know what? Screw you. You should have healed."
Yeah, Phantasy Star 4 was the best Phantasy Star, but it certainly has its slight weirdnesses. There are actually some really, really hilarious bugs in that game. basically, and this is a really weird bug, and I don't think they ever figured out how it happens, but you can actually get an item that's just one of the towns.
Yeah. It's they were curious games. They were good, but very curious.
Work, work.
Hi. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I haven't turned off the other. Turned there. Yes, that. Right. I want to. Okay. We're not going to talk about what I just did.
Very well.
But I'm going to go try and fight the Elite Fauna. I don't know if this will work, even.
No, it's probably not. Have you finally lost it?
Yeah, completely.
Figured as much.
Ah, yes. Because of course.
I mean, honestly, really, why bother?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's basically exactly the point at some point.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that graphical issues and stuff.
Mhm.
Pretty sure that at this point, it's an open secret.
Yes, but
Yes,
I
naturally.
found another save file.
Yes.
Anyway, we're actually going to go off and fight the Elite Four now. I'll probably still lose. But at the
Then
same...
why are you trying?
I've got to at least try. I mean, I'd rather not spend the next hour and a half running up and down in a cave.
That's the point.
Marching
True.
up and down the square, not good enough for you, eh? Fine, off you go.
So, trying to figure out what to do for what then. Should we take on... Yeah. Let's start with the ghost first.
I mean, that went so well last time.
Zombie ghosts leave this place.
Yes, well, I'm not sure. Yeah. Actually, that should be...
Ghost must.
Yeah, I should be able to use. And
Wow,
okay.
you got those levels up pretty quick.
That's just how good I am at grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll be honest, if you can't win now, then there's probably no hope for you.
I've done this before!
I'm just saying. That makes it even worse. You know that, right?
No pressure or anything, eh?
No, none whatsoever.
What the fuck?
That's a bit better.
Just a bit, yeah.
Huh. Oh, yeah, sure. That makes sense. Horse!
I'm not sure if it actually made sense, to be honest, in retrospect, but...
Well,
Yeah.
we're about to find out.
Yeah, it seems to have worked out.
Well, it's going better than it was before, at least.
That's not hard.
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still love that Golurk can fly.
I love that thing. To be perfectly honest,
Maybe it
I
has
just-
rocket boots.
Yeah, it's great.
It kind of has them too.
Oh yeah, and switching out meant I got Moxie back, so that's quite useful. And then now,
Oh,
now I have to try and fight Chandelure.
I mean, to be fair, if you survive, you will kill it.
That's true.
Is such a French name, to be honest. Chandelure.
Yeah, it's almost should have been a Gen 6 Pokemon. Glad it wasn't though, I really like it. Oh, there you go, that worked. Well, that was a bit easier.
Just a bit.
Yeah,
Just a bit.
getting that drink made me much better at the game. See, hydration is important, folks.
Yeah, totally.
Ale hydration. That was the daftest thing I've... Congratulations, that's the daftest joke I've made on the stream.
There's competition for that one as well.
Oh dear.
Right, who's next? So if we've dealt with Ghost,
Who are you gonna call?
So
Goat's butter.
that's it. Yes. So we've got done. We dealt with Ghost. So presumably next is Dark. What am I going to do against Dark then?
John Cena.
Punch it in the face.
Oh yeah, good point.
Punch it in the face.
Just realised we've still got a few items knocking about. Oh well. Yeah, sorry, you can have your lucky egg back. Oop. This is what I think it is. Yes, it is good. It's all very dramatic. This one. Sheets of flame and all that. Poof. Like, you've already got candles. What do you need?
Yeah, to be fair, his entire theme is kind of really weird, considering the fact that, you know... What exactly... What's he doing on that?
I don't know. He looks like he comes from a really low-rent J-drama.
I mean, he probably does. I mean, let's be honest. The Gen 5 Elite Four are quite a special bunch.
Well, at least they do stuff.
True.
Like other than the Gen 6. Everything.
Or Gen 6 didn't do anything other than ruin competitive Pokemon forever.
Yeah. The problem is, once you get past the graphical improvements and some of the mechanical improvements, not all but some, there isn't that much left.
Yeah. Gen 6 just needs to go away.
Wait a second. That was interesting. Well, I
You got
just...
into focus.
Oh, of course. I can't flinch. Bishop might be a problem. I might need to switch out, but...
Even though he's like 4 times weak to you.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
Steel
yeah,
Dark.
sorry.
Dark Steel.
Duh, I thought Steel resisted fighting, but of course it doesn't.
No, of course it doesn't. I mean, Aerial Ice might sting a bit, but... Now he's very much going to die.
Yep, it's gone. That worked.
And there goes the Mega Man knockoff.
To be fair, Bishop's pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah, I like
love
Bishop.
that thing. I love that thing, to be perfectly honest. Doesn't make it any less of a Mega Man design, but still. Well, actually, more of a Mega Man Zero this, and not Zero, X. Why did I insult the poor thing and call it a Mega Man Zero?
Mega Man
It's
11's
very-
looking quite nice as well.
Yeah, it actually looks interesting. I mean, they've kind of done this thing with a game where, at first I wasn't exactly 100% sure about this new mechanic they're trying to introduce, but it is an interesting way to refresh the formula.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are not actually afraid to do something for a change is...
Well, they've actually decided, just for a change, to actually release a Mega Man game.
I know, right?
Yeah.
First time in a while, let's be honest.
One that isn't Mighty Number 9.
To be fair, the last attempts at the Mega Man game were, well, there were like 2 games, and they were both really intentionally trying to be as badly first-generation Mega Man games. Oh. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I think you cut out there. Which games were these?
9 and 10.
Oh,
Which
right,
were
yeah.
basically like, you know, so we know the series has gone through a lot of changes between first game and the 7th game, but let's disregard all of that and go back to game 1. No charge game. No charge
It
game.
was just nostalgia bait, wasn't it? And to,
It really was.
be fair, it worked for it. So right, Psychic next. What do I use to batter Psychic?
Crocodile?
Yeah, true. Let's give that a go. Of course, there is one problem here, is that I will have to fight a Sigilif. And we all know how good I do against Sigilif.
Just bite it and it should die.
Yeah, it should be fine. I kind of forgot she turned up in bed.
Yep.
It's like,
And
this is, I mean, like, this is a little bit creepy. I'm sorry to intrude on your sleep. Do you need me
Yeah.
to come back in a few hours?
when
To
you're
be
not
fair, though,
sleeping
most-
on the job, you fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Like, how many
weird
people
bitch.
get to keep their job, like, sleeping at work?
I love it though, because her room actually, she's actually got a bed installed in her arena. And it's like, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
just
cool.
that she's getting away with it, it's that she's flaunting it and
And
completely
they're
fine.
actively encouraging it, yeah.
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 I would just crunch her entire team to death, honestly.
To be honest,
The hilarious thing to me about Caitlyn, as it were, aside from the fact that, you know, the whole, oh, you just want to get
I think you've basically won now.
It's the fact that...
I hope so.
Yeah, she has a grave mind for her hair. And I'm pretty sure her hair ate her butler from the previous game.
the problem is that you said Gravemind and me mind auto-corrected to Warmind, and now I'm thinking of Destiny.
Why?
That's fair, like-
Why are you thinking of Destiny?
I don't
Well,
know,
it's
but that's
fair,
the weirdest crossover.
Gravemind is still a Bungie thing, at least, anyway, so...
That's true. I love Moxie.
and it's not like they didn't rip off their own idea anyway later on in the long lines.
That's true.
Because, you know, Oryx is basically Gravemind. Except he looks a lot better. He doesn't look like you know, strawberry jam.
God, I am still really, really effed up about what they've done with the poor thing. They just...
Well, to be fair, I never thought he looked that impressive anyway. He just like some sort of like Rocky Horror reject. And then they turned him as like strawberry jam, and it was like, you made that worse.
please, please. It's fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. God.
There we
Love
go.
it.
See, that wasn't that hard.
That was... Yep, that was easy.
And now we've got Marshall.
Yeah, now I've remembered how to play the game.
Yeah.
Right, who should we throw at Marshall? Just for lols. Basically leads with Excel Gore, doesn't really get anywhere better from there. Although for some reason he has a Druddigen. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Duh. Wait, what am I looking at?
I'm not sure,
Where?
but I think it bites.
There we go. Now I know what I'm looking at. So it's all, yes, 4 pure fighting types. So, let's see. I don't think I've got anything that, like, straight up walls them. So let's just hit them really hard and see what happens. Normal ice, dark, rock and steel. Oh, well, I'm Anakin then. Yes, I did just look up the type chart. I forgot. You know, ironically enough, despite Crocodile, me repeatedly slagging off Crocodile as completely useless, it's kind of carrying me at this point. Turns out all I needed was to find 15 levels behind the sofa. Which, when you put it that way, makes perfect sense, to be honest. Still, we're actually getting somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Probably use foul play quite... Ooh, not very effective. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Let's maybe don't use Anakin anymore.
Yeah, I mean, using him against fighting types is a bit ambitious.
That was yeah. I was really not paying attention to what I was doing there. Oh, okay. Basically, flying and psychic. Oh, okay. Time to invoke the taxi company. I always forget that fighting is weak to flying. And that throw has Stone Edge. Oh well. Ah, less so well. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, well, throw is pretty sturdy, as we know.
That's okay. Two can play at that game. Full restore again.
Well, at least he can't do it anymore.
That's true. Yeah, I just got a crit, so he definitely can't do it anymore now. Let's do the full restore dance again. I don't know. Try to use Stone Edge again. Okay.
I think you've used up all of his full restores.
That's true. Should I switch or keep going?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to one-shot Conk Elder, honestly.
Oops.
He's got a lot of health.
Oh, for God's sake. That button did not do what I thought it was going to do. Okay.
Well, here we go. Guess we'll find out. He's gonna have rock moves. I know that for certain.
Yeah, he's going to have Stone Edge as well, I think.
Yeah, I think it does have that.
Yep, it does.
I know Conkeldurr learns them naturally.
I think they all do, to be honest, just in case you try and use a flying type against it. That's what happens.
And
Okay.
he's got a lot of attack.
Let's go just stall this out.
I think his attack is 140 base actually.
I think it's something ridiculous like that. It's really slow, but it's 140 base attack.
Yeah, it's basically Machamp except slightly more extreme,
Yes.
but doesn't have no guard, which ultimately makes Machamp better. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It also looks really flipping hideous, so yeah.
I do kind of find it funny though that it learns Mach Punch.
How does that thing learn Mac anything?
Well, maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe it just puts the concrete down.
Yeah, probably.
Trading in weighted clothing, anyone?
It's pretty much that, yeah.
At this point, I'm starting to wonder. Like, imagine like a stupid regional Scottish version of that thing. Except instead of throwing concrete, it tosses cabers. Conkeldurr in a kilt. Conkeldurr. It kind of amuses me that this entire line's thing is, you know, having "durr" in its name, because that's pretty perfect, because that's exactly what it looks like. Durr. It's this really stupid-looking clown monstrosity. Veiny clown monstrosity. Clownstrosity.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think they intended Conkeldurr to be winning any points for beauty, let's be honest.
No, but that's kind of what I like about it.
Yeah. Although technically you could enter it in a contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in this game, but if you moved it up to Oras.
Yeah. You know what the
Okay.
best thing is if you put it into a beauty contest and then won.
Yeah.
That would just be like the biggest insult to everything else there. Like, what are you doing?
Who was
You
it?
just got beat.
Who was it that did exactly that with a Trubbish?
I don't know, but I'm pretty certain that there is quite a few Pokemon that shouldn't be winning it, but probably can quite easily.
I think anything can.
I'm pretty sure Heatran can probably do it quite easily due to the fact that most Fire-type moves are beauty moves.
Yeah.
But look at Heatran.
Heatran's gorgeous.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just that it's beautiful. It's the most wonderful thing you've ever seen.
To be fair, Heatran is kind of adorable in a really sort of.
In a very derpy way, yes.
It's
We
adorable.
actually have-
It's adorable in the same way a pug is adorable.
Yeah.
We actually
Giant
have
furry
someone.
pug.
We actually have someone on Charms who has who has been drawing this series of pictures of Heatran, and they are flipping cute.
You have to link that in chat.
I actually need to look who is that. They are actually really good at what they do. I just need to find that particular set of things.
Right.
there we
What
go.
should I be
Oh,
doing?
of course, it's... Oh, right, it's Alley Cat Irony.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
They have some really, really great...
Right, so I'm just figuring out my next move. Because I'm too tired to be being good at this game, so... right, okay. Okay, I know where I'm going.
There's the latest they've uploaded.
Sure takes a while.
It just occurred to me that what I'm looking at is complete nonsense, but never mind. We shall see. Very long set of stairs. So basically, Unova is not wheelchair accessible.
Well, it is based on America.
In America.
Dun dun dun! I completely forgot about this.
Yeah, so did I actually. Because I actually forgot that you have to go through, well, this section.
Yeah, it's like a dungeon.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Sort of.
There's not really anything in there other than just a few random rooms.
True. You don't just go straight up to the champion, though.
Pretty much, you could just walk through that, like, most of it's like exposition, really, but there's nothing stopping you from just walking straight through the whole castle and going straight to the champion's room
That's true.
and beating him.
Makes you wonder how this works.
It doesn't. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Pretty much, yeah.
What are all these staircases for?
I don't know.
Mostly to warn people about stairs.
Well, besides that one there, obviously.
And a bar in a stairway to something.
That's a lot of property damage you've done. Oh, great, it's shown. How did he beat the Pokemon League?
No idea.
Did they just pity him and let him go through? You know what,
Probably.
that's the canon from now on.
Yeah, I'm going with that. Oh, there's a thingy. Can you use it? No, you
Either
can't.
that or he turned up literally right after you beat them. Yeah, you can't go to that. Actually, you know what? He turned up right after you beat them, and because they hadn't healed all their Pokemon yet, they just let him go through.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's how he got there. I'm not gonna entertain the idea that he managed to beat them.
What are these guys on about?
GG's no.
Inferior men understand what will sell. Take lessons from that, EA.
Oh dear.
Look, the gym leaders are doing things.
Holy shifts! Sound the alarm! Alert the press! Dance the cha-cha, I don't even know.
Someone remind Game Freak that the gym leaders do things occasionally.
Yeah, except for lead gyms and give stage.
What? Yes, probably.
See what actually happens when you leave this section is all the sages get consumed by Iris's hair.
If you, they didn't put it in the game, but if you listen very carefully once you go through this door, you just hear it like endless screaming coming from the other room.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy was a dick.
Yeah, this is just an exposition room. I would just walk past all of these, honestly. I don't think there's anything in any of them.
Yeah, I'll just go and say hello. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, yes, these guys are here to help. Oh, I guess that's helpful.
Yeah, I suppose resting up's probably the best, just to get the PP back.
I like how they put these two characters in who have absolutely no purpose whatsoever after this point.
Also, just to be clear, she is Concordia. She gives peace and comfort to N.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Yeah, well, you know.
I bet she does. I bet she does. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no.
The thing is, he probably doesn't understand how any of that works. But she does it anyway.
Oh dear. Whatever it is, it's green.
Oh, God. Hey, there's a Pokeball over there, actually.
Yeah. So
Watch that be something completely worthless.
It's a max potion, so
Yes.
yeah.
Considering how many you just bought it.
Yeah, I just kind of spent my life savings on healing items.
I wish I could do that in Pokemon Go, except it would be actual. Except it wouldn't be actual.
Well, you can. You just have to rob a bank first.
Yeah, exactly, and that's not exactly a smart idea. Good grief.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go has some serious sealing item issues, to be perfectly.
I've got like 60 hyper potions to be honest. So
If you end up needing all of them for this, then I don't really know what to say to you.
well, it turns out I'm not as bad at this game as I thought I might be. So that's good.
Yeah, that's the point. That might actually come in handy.
Yeah, I got max revives. So that's quite nice.
Yeah,
I
that's not bad.
probably will need a few of those to be honest.
So it is actually a good idea to actually enter all these rooms.
Yeah. I just want to talk to everyone. Thanks.
I mean, to be fair, considering their mission, it does make sense that you wouldn't need it anymore.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I mean, hello, damn it.
Yeah, I.
That's what you get for speaking to everyone.
Okay, how do I get back?
Magic.
No, seriously, how do I get back? I don't know.
Power of Grayskull.
Is there somebody in the Pokemon Center?
It might be. Oh yeah, Team Plasma Grunt. Whew! I thought I was going to have to climb all the way again. There we go. Good. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, stop speaking to these guys. They're
Wait.
no good.
But to be honest, I just need to stop mashing A.
Random exposition ninja.
Yes, I'm going to go into that one just because, well,
You sure you want to go in there? Actually, there is an item at the back.
Potentially useful, I suppose.
Good grief.
Alright, candy, not bad.
Yeah.
For some reason,
I have to
Pokemon
say,
Go
this is probably one of the most
absolute-
creepy locations in the entire game.
That's why I wanted to come in here.
This panel has a dart stuck in it. No shit.
For some reason, Pokemon Go is absolutely bombarding me with Charmanders.
Why is that
right?
basketball so big?
I don't know. More to the point, why is there a train stuck in the hoop?
I don't know.
Oh well.
I don't think N understands the concept of basketball.
I think not somehow. Okay, full restore.
Sake. I hate this game sometimes. Well, to be fair, calling it a game is being very, very, very generous.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
And I guess he's going to start speaking and saying things and being generally boring.
Yep.
Well, at least I got one.
Okay, I'm going over here first, just out of curiosity. No, there's nothing there. I'm trained by first-person shooter games to always go where the game doesn't want you to, because there's usually a secret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, it's a JRPG thing as well, I think.
It is. It really, really is.
To be fair, like, I've kind of... There's two general rules I follow with first-person shooters, and that's... Number one, go everywhere where the game doesn't want you to go, and number two, if ever you get lost, just follow the corpses,
That's true.
because that way, you backtrack. That's why it annoys me that a lot of games despawn the corpses after a while. Because in Doom, I kind of got used to using them as a form of navigation.
Yeah, I kind of know that feeling.
It actually helps a lot in I'll say episode 1 map 6. The corpses actually help quite a lot in this one maze, because you have to go into the maze to find a switch to open a door that's right at the beginning of the maze. So literally all you have to do is go through the maze, kill everything you see, find the switch, and then you just follow the corpses to get back to where you started. Works every time.
Indeed.
I like how Reshiram flash boiled all the water in this room, and
Yeah,
yet
it is a-
we're still alive.
it is a
Yeah.
nice touch, I will say.
Yeah.
I guess Reshiram can control his fire quite well. I don't know.
I guess so.
I'm pretty sure that this is Reshiram being basically, not only I can really steam up this room, I can afford to take it seriously. And then...
I can't remember if the game does something if you somehow enter this battle with 0 Pokeballs.
I think it gives you one, doesn't it?
I think he gives you one,
Yeah.
yeah. Behold! The legendary Rock of Doom is about to transform into the biggest, angriest PC box in the universe. Complete with blue lights and a big fan up its, tail.
Hi,
I do-
Zekrom.
I do like Zekrom.
I do.
I can't help but snark at the thing.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
very
I-
silly, but I still like it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's also very easy to snark at Reshiram, so
Yeah.
you can definitely tell they're two halves of the same idiots.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And then
Which
just
I-
cure him.
I still really, really wish they actually did finally put together the thing and showed us what the original dragon looked like.
To be fair, if they ever reboot Gen 5, you never know, they might actually show it.
In
Right.
a really weird way.
I guess Anakin?
Do you have a Master Ball?
I don't know, actually. I might have been given one at one point, but... If I do, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's not really much point in saving
I'm pretty sure you do. And yeah, I mean, it's since you're not going to run around looking at the, you know, the things, the stupid things.
Oh, there it is.
Ralph and Co.
Also, the game's going to force you to stick one of your Pokemon in the PC to use Zekrom.
Yes,
Actually,
it will.
you don't. Yeah, I mean, it asks you to. You don't necessarily have to do it, as far as I remember.
I'm going to, I think.
It feels thematically right, basically.
It does. There
I
you
would
go.
say, I don't know, chuck whoever's least useful.
I'm just going to chuck out True Horse. Are we nicknaming the Zekrom?
Do we need to?
Nah. Let's go with that.
Behold! Google Zekrom.
I mean, to be fair, he is kind of just a better version of True Horse anyway, so...
Yeah. I was thinking that.
Pretty much, yeah. It's as if Through Horse decided one day to go, you know what? Frill you, I'm a dragon.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah. Time to punch the kid in the face. Punch the face, for God's sake. Punch the kids, for God's sake.
You do have Dragon Breath, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to carry on using it. I just wanted to use Fusion Bolt once.
Hopefully you get to use it again. I mean, he's quite content to use that move on you, and it's not really doing a whole lot.
No, Extra Sentry's... well, it's a move.
It exists.
It pretty much does.
Oh, there we go. Pop the full restore.
To be fair, you do have paralysis chance with Dragon Breath as well, so...
That's true, that's quite helpful. Oh, there you go, just popped. That was good timing to mention that.
Yeah. It's almost like I control fate. To be fair, if Zekrom had Dragon Claw, this fight would be the easiest thing ever.
It really would, yeah. It's probably why it doesn't have Dragon Claw, let's be honest.
Yeah, because you would just rip his face off.
There we go. Vanillux. Yeah, let's go with...
Not Zekrom.
not Zekrom, no. Zekrom is not the right tool for that particular job.
Yeah, dragons don't like ice cream. Or rather, ice cream doesn't like dragons.
It also doesn't like being set on fire.
I know, right? Yeah, the Vanil whatever line is...
Vanillux, in this case.
Yeah, this thing is basically one of the moments where I kind of have to wonder, why James Turner? Why? You have so many awesome designs. Why this thing? But
Well,
still,
you know.
I mean, it does have the whole element of being a new key thing, but lipstick. I mean, it's not even... That's the weird thing. I actually generally kind of tend to like artifact features if they're done well. This thing isn't.
Yeah. I kind of like it because it's stupid, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I entirely get that.
Like, it's so ridiculous and stupid and completely nonsense and really shouldn't exist, and that's why I like it.
Now, let's see. Is it going to actually be Clink Clang, or...
Well, let's be honest, Clink Clang is not the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
the question is if it is actually Clink Clang or not.
Oh, because...
No, it's not. It's not. It's not Clink Clang.
Ah, yes, okay. Not that it matters.
Well, yeah, most likely a flare blitz on Darmanitan is probably going to break its face. Yeah, it did.
It did.
I mean, it's
That thing
Zoroark,
has
so
that thing has bigger
has no
hair
defense.
than N.
Archeops. What should I be using against Archeops?
probably the. That's a good question, actually. I would say Zekrom, but even though he's half dead, but I wouldn't send him out now. I'd send out something else to try and fight it, but heal Zekrom.
Uber.
Yeah.
Don't send out Zekrom now.
No, I know what you mean. Send out Uber, heal Zekrom, and then chuck it back out again.
Yeah.
Send in the burb. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, we didn't like that very much.
Yeah, that's gonna sting a bit.
Ow.
Yeah.
Angry demon bird.
I do like Archeops, I just wish it didn't have that stupid arse ability.
Yeah.
It's a bit dumb. Ooh, I forgot you had that.
Yeah. That hurt. Oh well. Hopefully Fusion Bolt hurts more.
Probably. I mean, it'll trigger Defeatist at least, anyway.
It works. It did the job. Right, actually Kling Clang this time. I'm just going to chuck in Weeble and just heal it while it's out.
That's fair. I mean, I don't think Kling Clang can really hurt Weevil. I know it gets like Thunderbolt and stuff, but I don't think it hits particularly hard.
No, I don't think so. And it will...
To be fair, a suicide attack probably wouldn't even that bad an idea, but I think he's faster than you anyway, so. Kling Clang is surprisingly mobile for, well, what it is.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully I can hit it with Flare Blitz and it drops like a sack of rocks, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure it will do. I can't see it surviving a Flare Blitz, to be honest.
Not likely, no.
Yeah, sack of rocks.
Boom.
Sack of rocks.
And now you get to
Sack of rocks.
No, that's a different JRPG.
Yeah. It's not as good as this one.
Metal Gear. Wait, that's not the same game either.
We'll get there in the end.
Oh dear.
Daddy's home.
Oh god.
Oh, right.
You have disappointed me, son.
Is he supposed to sound like Super Kamiguru?
No.
And I have a bitch of a itch on my left eye. And there's no trainer here. Kill it like the rest.
And why have you ignored my orders?
The sad thing is that
Alder, why are you still here?
It kind of works, really, doesn't it?
it really does. It really does. The sad thing is that, you know, when you look at Getsis, he does kind of look like some reject out of Dragon Ball Z. He has a scout and everything.
He does.
I don't get healed before this, do I?
I think you do.
You
Oh, okay.
do. It heals you automatically, but whatever you do, you still get stuck with being sent out first, straight into his Dragon's face. So, no wait, he sends out Cophagus first. I forgot.
Yeah, he
that.
doesn't send a Hydreigon for a bit.
This one, if I recall correctly, this particular arsehole has.
He will Toxic Store you, so I'd probably send out something else.
Ah.
You know
Whoops.
what I tend to do with that thing? Deploy Leech Seed.
That's true, actually. I'm going to swap out to...
If it wants to be a pain.
Because all he does is just poison you.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Like,
Just
why would you expect Zen Headbutt?
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's a proper toxic stall. Eh?
Yeah, so just seed him and then just wait.
Yep, that's why.
I'll stick a full heal on Zekrom while I wait.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you don't. There's no rush to beating this thing.
That's true.
It's only gets these other Pokemon that are particularly, you know, potent.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going. Where's my full heal's gone? Oh, status restore, of course. Dennis. Dennis.
I think he'll never stop being Dennis. Let's be honest here.
No, he won't. Oh, I can actually be poisoned. Oh, right, yeah. It's grass type. Duh.
Yeah.
Just the grass.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it's going to benefit him in any way, so you may as well just keep, you know... I'd use Growth, actually, on this turn, because he knows he's going to use Protect.
Oh. No, he didn't.
He didn't? Oh, okay. Getsis is, He did not expect that kind of move, clearly. He lied.
No one expects the.
I'm kind of thinking I probably will use Growth next turn, though, because I think he will use Protect.
Either that or he'll heal himself.
Protect.
Either way. Yeah, full restore. You were right.
Yeah, he likes doing that for some reason.
That's alright. That's alright. It's a perfect opportunity to use Growth.
I do like growths.
And then heal off.
The Toxic might sting a bit after a while.
Generation
but you've
5.
got full
I think
heals
it was
anyway,
Generation
so it
5
doesn't
that
matter.
made growth actually worth it.
Plus, he
Yeah.
then has to waste a turn to put it back on you.
Woo, that did quite a lot.
Yeah, Cofagrigus' special defense isn't that great. I mean, it's still decent, but it's not anywhere near as good as his physical.
Yeah.
Which is not the best thing to have when like you've got Will-O-Wisp and stuff. You kind of want your special defense to be higher. I would full restore.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I mean, to be fair, you can kill him because you've got Overgrowth now.
I basically just want to make sure I've got Lord Smugleaf around for
Yeah,
anything
I
else
was gonna say,
that
like,
might need.
there's no rush to killing this thing because it just doesn't do anything.
No, it's not particularly dangerous.
It just sits there,
Whoa!
like,
Just took off half my health with the Shadow Ball. Never mind.
well, yeah. To be fair, like you can still heal, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, well, I'll just Giga Drain it again. I mean, worst case, I drain Dennis of all his full restores.
I mean, yeah,
There you are.
he only got the one because if he didn't have more, he would have used it
Yeah, probably. Right, Hydreigon.
already. Okay, John Cena, get him in there.
Come on, People's Champ, do your thing. And yeah, Hydreigon. Kind of sending him out pretty early.
Clearly,
Yeah.
you scared him quite a bit with that strategy.
Let's see. Do I bother bulking up?
Just
No.
revenge him. I'll just smack him in the face.
Yeah, I think so. If nothing else, it hits hard enough where I don't really want to be mucking around.
So have
Well.
a Dragon Pulse.
Yep.
John Cena doesn't care. John Cena is the champ.
One hit KO.
Whoa.
The champ is here.
Holy shift. That's something I've never seen before.
Well, John Cena is the champ. You can't beat him.
Yep. John Cena
John
laughs.
Cena
I
might as well stay in against that as well.
was thinking that, yeah.
Good
And John
grief.
Cena go for 2 for 2.
Whoa. Yeah, that head charge did a lot.
It did, but now John Cena will strike back.
Like that.
The Cena strikes back.
As befitting the people's champ. Right, Electros. I'll switch because John Cena is quite weak, but there's not really a huge amount.
Well,
That's it.
Electros has no weaknesses, so
I'll just chuck in Anakin because,
yeah, he's immune to electric, so that's something.
yeah, so at least we kill off some of its moves.
Just bite him to death, I
mean-
guess.
Technically, Electros does have one weakness.
Well,
Haxorus.
well, yeah. Foul play or crunch? Probably crunch, I think, because it's not the best attacker, is it?
Electros' attack is actually quite high.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Electros has a pretty good attack.
Let's try foul play then. Oh, flamethrower.
Well, yeah, it has flamethrower.
That's
He has
alright.
a lot of moves, to be fair.
Yeah, Electros is one of those Pokemon that are
I'll try
really
crunching
great.
it now.
Electros is one of those Pokemon that are really good for being a team filler. Like, you know, if you're putting together a team and you're not really sure what to do with the final Pokemon, Electros is a good option. Bishop
Yeah,
is
that makes
one
sense.
So, you know, Generation 5 was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Generation 5 had a lot of really good options. To be perfectly honest.
Seismitoad.
Smugleaf.
Yeah, Smugleaf.
That or just one hit, just one leaf
Yeah.
blade got away.
Yeah, I was thinking you really don't want to leave Anakin in on that, do I?
No.
Not really, no. I mean, to be fair, this is Seismitoad. It can't really do much to anything. It's a Seismitoad. But,
You say that, it'll knock me out now. I don't know.
You should use Giga Drain on it. A leaf blade will be a one hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. By Seismitoad.
yeah, it's Leaf Blade. It's... Seismitoad is just kind of... It dies if a grass type even looks at it.
Pretty much.
I'm not going to bother with Gastro Acid.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Bisharp. Well, I know what to use against Bisharp.
Well, yeah. That goes with-
So Weeble will probably kill it.
Yeah, just roll Weeble in its general direction and it'll fall over. Weebles wobble and kill Bisharp dead.
I'm gonna be honest. Zekrom has seen very little activity.
Yeah, it really has. The thing is, Zekrom, I think deliberately, is not particularly useful against Gex's team.
I don't think Reshiram is either, in all honesty.
No, I think that's all. I think that's also deliberate.
That is the point, yeah.
Well, either way, he's beat.
He is perfection, apparently. Well, not anymore, are you? Well, he's the perfect ruler of a perfect new world, so yes, he is.
He is for priceless, the look upon your faces.
See, I would love it if Sal just like landed in there and just whooped his ass.
Well, it's like you said before. Either you're perfect, or you're,
Oh, you're
not,
not
me.
me.
I have no right to be the hero. Yeah, the giant flipping dragon behind you may differ. You'll always be a hero to me.
And then Charon and Alder end up arresting Gexis.
Yeah, and then he manages to get away for like 3 seconds because his Naruto did something.
Are you
to change.
surprised that they failed to arrest him?
Well, no, of course not. I'm just surprised that the Narutards did something. What did they do? Appear before the policeman for like 3 seconds, surround them, drag them a few pixels away, and then left with Getsus? That's probably what they did, let's be honest. And here comes the really awesome... And then he jumped off a cliff.
Pretty much.
That would solve a lot of problems. And roll credits.
Yeah, we beat the game. Woo.
We did.
Yeah, we did. I mean, there is some, like...
So, do we have any closing statements for this?
Suck it down.
Well, I'll have to take this opportunity to bow out because I have work tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I did kind of felt the need to stick around to see just how this lovely tale ended.
Yeah. It's been nice that we've managed to finish it today.
It is nice,
At least
yeah.
hit the credits, yeah.
Mhm.
But
Well, I'm gonna bow out. So I'll catch you guys in a bit.
See you later.
Laters.
See ya.
We've still got 10 minutes or so, so we'll watch through the credits and.
The credits in this game are actually really nicely done. I actually love the way they've sort of projected them on Reshiram like so much a giant projector screen.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yep.
There he is.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yep.
Literally. Hilariously enough, Zekrom is Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Yep. Basically, whoever designed this generation had definitely seen Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah, I mean, considering the fact that Male Trainer is almost literally Jaden Yuki, and,
Yeah.
and carries around a knockoff Millennium Pup.
Yeah.
There's definitely some Yu-Gi-Oh going on around here.
There is quite a lot.
America.
That's probably why they chose America, yeah.
I know, I'm almost surprised they didn't have more things use Torment. Oh dear.
Oh boy. It's been fun though. I've not played a Gen 5 game to completion since they first came out.
Huh, really?
Yeah, not at all. I've played
Oh right, this is the bit where N set course to the sequel, Warp 9. Engage!
Yep. Default save.
There is one hilarious bit that happens right after the credits, just sort of introducing the quote unquote post game, because there's not really much.
There's a bit of one, I think.
There's a bit of one, yeah. But yeah, just the fact that, well, I'm not really sure how. I'm not even sure if we're actually going to go into it.
I'm gonna.
But, yeah.
I'll boot it up just to get the.
Just to see that particular bit, because yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
We definitely don't want the Seeker. That will not work. And we are back in our house. How did we get here? Yes. Yeah, it changed season again between.
I flipping love Looker, I'm sorry.
I love this game. This is why Black and White are the best Pokemon games. Like Gen 5 in general.
Oh dear.
I'd love to see.
Completely silly French.
Oh, by the way, here's a fishing rod, which you haven't been able to get through the whole game.
Yep.
They made the fishing rod post-game. How un-JRPG is that?
I know, right? I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's not like you really had a lot of fish to catch. This entire region literally... Absolutely! Maybe he wants you to fish out the Seven Sages. To be honest, every time I hear the Seven Sages, like, this generation really out-high rules itself.
It really does.
Well, yeah, of course, by the time you went to get them, everything was over. Basically, their tail in by the Naruto trio.
I'm gonna go to White Forest. Because
Yep.
in this version of the world, it wasn't cut off to build a city yet.
Oh, hi, I'm Professor. Let's make my only female professor in this game completely. Have no fear, Daddy's here.
Yeah, we finally get a female professor and she gets stuck in the fridge 20 minutes in.
Yep.
Oh well, never mind.
like all things named Cedric, it either should die or has died. Oh dear God, I'm just picturing that Cedric. This guy.
Yeah.
Whoa, Graham, stay away from the edge! Graham, look out! Your poison a steak!
Actually, it's venomous. How did you even see me in my box?
Oh dear. Yep. It's,
Crossovers.
everyone loves crossovers.
I know,
Still.
right?
Pretty much dead on time. Done quite well.
Yep.
So, this has been Pokemon White.
So it has.
We're done. We finished it. We could muck around doing some post-game stuff. I don't know if we'll bother.
I don't really think there's all that much to do. Not
Nah.
in this one. I think there's a bit more of a reason to do it in sequel, but we'll get to that bridge when we'll burn it. When we'll.
Yes,
You know
we'll,
what I mean.
we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Yes,
That's what I meant. Yes.
but that is what it is. So, for the final time for Pokemon White, thank you very, very much for watching. I have been Teapot.
And you have not.
I am Teapot, and so can you. But yeah,
Pretty much.
thank you so much for watching. It's been great fun.
It has been.
I don't even know how many episodes it's been. For lost count. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Less episodes than the rest of us would need, believe.
Yeah, well, Black and White do move with a bit more pace, don't they?
They really, really do, and that's a good thing.
That really is. Yeah, I think a lot of the games could learn from this, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they could.
But-
Retroactively, somehow.
Yeah, so say we're still trying to kind of work out what we want to do going forward with the streams. You know, I was really, really keen to get White finished, and glad I did. So what we're coming back with, I don't know.
But we shall see.
We shall find out. It shall be a mystery to us all until I decide, and then yeah.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah, maybe I'll come back and decide to play Earthbound instead. I don't know.
Well, that's also a version of America, so...
Yeah.
Actually, I'm reminded of something like years ago, and I mean years, Katie and TBA had an RP, which was basically Pokemon in the Earthbound region, basically. It was ridiculous.
Sounds quite fun. Yeah.
It was fun, yeah. Right.
Yep, that's it. So, all right, for the third time, thank you.
Right, that's the end. Stop the program. Stop it.
It's all too silly. Yeah. So,
Yes.
the Ministry of Fun has spoken. We're done. See you soon, everyone. Bye bye.